got Panda with you. You got Robin McKinlay. You have Brent Lillis, a.k.a. Gecko, and Scott Scooter Fraser as well. And the live stream just about to get underway soon. Dougie Greshke and Luke from Wangaratta and Indigo Computers looking after your live stream this afternoon. Proud partners of the TDFL. What is there a direct like 2:15 staunch start time, Scotty Scooter Fraser? So will this game have to end pretty quickly because it's 2:10? You're on the committee. How's this going to work?
It is supposed to be a 2:15 start. Yeah, directly. So the umpires will obviously get straight out there. So
it's March, Panda.
I know.
I know
cricket finals are still happening.
Yeah, well, that's a good point too. Well, you know, you're used to your sort of Ovens and Murray run by the second, but how do you, mate, Science? We just chill it out a little bit.
That's why I was asking a man in the know.
And some of these Twos players, fatigue sets in.
Well, they want to get off the ground into the can, sure.
And I said to the boys this morning on the all-rounders, it's admin stuff, mate. I've got nothing to do with it.
You were quick to sort of get rid of that.
He was.
Hey, stay in your own lane, I've been told.
Now, what it does do, Panda, it'll shorten up post-match.
It will.
A little bit, which is not the worst thing sometimes.
No, not at all.
But no, I think this one they'll probably put an end to it very shortly, I'd say.
Well, you'd want to hope so, because it is 2:11 and the senior's about to start in 4 minutes, but clearly that isn't going to happen. But this is what happens out in the Duns Twin City Cranes, Gecko, which is why you love coming out here, my friend.
Country footy, I really enjoy the opportunity to come in here and have a look at this today. Perfect conditions, bit of a breeze blowing, but it's going to be a great game, without a doubt. I'm really looking forward to it.
And a shout out to the crew on the gate. I bought a few raffle tickets. Robbie, did you do the same for the big red gum raffle? The
always
red gum?
do, mate.
No, you
I
did
do
not.
so. I do not go into a ground without buying raffle tickets.
Do you think he bought raffle tickets?
I know our listeners can't see what I'm about to do. He'd probably come in and be patting both pockets. Hours and
he brings the overall ratio of height down quite a bit.
Yep, but there's some big fellas out there, and hopefully most of them are fit enough and hit the ground running on a day where there are no excuses. I'll give you a ground report when I get out there soon, but it's going towards the development end, which is away from town, but possibly no more than a couple of goals.
What end are we going to call that end there to our left, guy? Left of screen?
Waganya end.
The Waganya
That's
end.
the Waganya end?
Yeah, well, Waganya's a little bit back that way.
And that's the
No
Rutherglen end,
can't
the
find
Rutherglen
The
town
city-
end,
the
city
city
end.
end.
It is a metropolis here at Rutherglen, so we'll call that the city end, and that is the Waganya end. So the Waganya end is to the left of your radio dial, the Rutherglen end to the right of your radio dial. Rob Ease,
Yeah,
the
there
catch
was
run out on the ground.
One thing that stands out to me, having played a practice match against Yak this time last year, is the boys do, barring exception of one or two, the boys do look a hell of a lot fitter than what they did this time last year. So you'd like to hope that their start to the season is a little bit better.
I've just got a message come through from Nick Conway. Said that Gecko just rang and said, "Can you spot me a few dollars for a raffle ticket?"
Okay, well,
That's good coming from Pete Nara.
I've had people must be starting to tune in now at kick-off time. I'm starting to get a few text messages here, and it's not quality feedback.
What are they giving you feedback?
It's not great feedback, Robbie, but if I ever needed to be spotted money, and with the hope of it actually coming, Nick Conway would be the last person I'd ask, Robbie, to be honest.
Because you wouldn't hesitate to ask him because there's plenty there, but it's just getting it, isn't it?
It's getting it.
It's like a bank, really, isn't it?
Luke Francis has just texted in as well. The winning raffle ticket, E24 Blue, Robbie McKinlay. First prize, 500 mils of diesel.
Yes. 500 mil?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You'd put that straight in your car too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, so that's it. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that. We've got to switch off from the cost of fuel and whatnot.
Yep.
And, I guess it doesn't. It could become a bit of a factor, though. Don't know if some of these teams, do you travel and watch your team on away games?
I won't reveal my source, but Gussie and I did get a text message from an Ovens and Murray coach during the week. We have a bit of a group text going on, and he said, I wonder how this is going to affect other clubs, because they've had a couple of travellers already ask about getting more money for fuel. So it is something that is going to take a toll on clubs at some stage, you would have thought, Scoot.
Yeah, well, clubs like Midder have already got an extra, not incentive, an extra bit on the salary cap because of the travel factor. So, it's going to be there. I mean, carpooling is going to be something that will pop up very, very quickly, I think. And there'll be a few of those guys that get a bit of coin to play footy that might be called upon by some of the younger blokes to give them a lift to training and the game.
You might recommend the train scooter after today.
Well, let's get those regional train tracks back. Yeah, they've got the old rail trails everywhere. We'll just
imagine a direct link to
train
Sandy
driver,
Creek.
Robbie.
Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, I'd do it. Riding
with Robbie, thanks to Kieran Ari on the
train.
Kiwa Sandy Creek train.
A direct link out to Sandy Creek up the MCG, the bush. How good would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Be like the what's that train that goes up the middle of Australia? The GAN.
The GAN.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do something similar like that.
Could do.
More Puff and Billy like, I reckon.
Puff and Billy.
I tell you what, there's a couple of gentlemen out there for the Rutherglen Cats as Scooter exits our tip truck, thanks to Ready to Hire, who have supplied us with a great commentary box today. We like to have a bit of fun out here in the TDFL, Robbie's McKinlay. You got Chris Willett, you got Reed Bonnet, and you also have Baxter Lane G, 3 bald bonces, and I really hope they have sunscreened up their melons.
Yeah, I just noticed that as they ran out on the ground there too, wasn't it? So, well, are you allowed to wear a hat?
Well,
can you wear a cap?
No. I would have thought that is probably not
training
you
caps
can wear. Yep.
Training caps. Maybe it should be something that could be looked at. Leachy's just kicked one straight at our commentary box here.
He has, and you can hear that through our effects mic. We've got a new effects mic this year. New improvements here on O&M Live, TDFL Live. Scooter, you're out on the ground. It's in perfect nick. Talk about that breeze, please.
It's a breath of air. It's not a breeze out here, boys. The gazebo above you blokes is shaking with the breeze over there, but there's hardly anything out here at all. If anything, just a slight one across to between the goals and the scoreboard over that side. But, I don't think there's any goal advantage at all.
Who won the toss? Were you out there watching, or have I put you on the spot?
You put me on the spot. I'll find out.
We'll find out in about 30 seconds when the teams start to line up.
I reckon Yakka kicking to the town end's good because Leachy's heading to the goal square.
You are correct. I think Yak won the toss and they're kicking to the city end.
The Metropolis, Rutherglen end. All right, a tip from you, please, Scooter Fraser.
Can't go past the Roo boys. Hopefully they can start the year off with a bang.
What about you, Brent Gecko Lillis?
I'll go with Yak too, Pan. I just can't see those top 5 goal kickers that we spoke about earlier playing today. I can't see them being kept under wraps.
Robbie's McKinlay?
Yeah, I think Yak, but I think it's going to be pretty tight for most of the game. I reckon only 2 goals in it.
Well, stuff is, I'm going to go for Rutherglen just for something a little bit different, but they are going to need to kick a winning score. A big welcome to you if you're listening on 1494 2AY or our live stream, which you can find on the TDFL Facebook page or the O&M Live Facebook page. It's local footy back beginning in 2026 to the heart of the northeastern border, Barclay Park. And a big thanks to Ben and the crew from Shelving and Storage Northeast and our TDFL Live broadcast partners, McRae Motors Commercial Club Albury. Here's Robin McKinlay. It's Rutherglen versus Yakandanda on TDFL Live.
Yeah, big Tommy Kilpatrick for Rutherglen. Gets the first touch. Middle of the ground now. Handball release. Now they'll kick it off half-back. Good start there. Chris Willett. Kicks intercepted. First touch here for McIntosh. Handball over the top. It's okay. Comes back to McIntosh. Sweeping handball now. They're giving up a bit of ground there. Went back to Logan Martin. Now, they'll take it through George. Casey George off half-back. Here's Petrala off the left foot. Kicks it deep inside half-forward. Good grab taken at half-back there by Rutherglen. Looks like it's Tory Oates. And they'll keep the early saute forward. Out of trouble there, Panda.
He goes long out to half-back, and happy to see a stoppage at half-forward there for Yakandanda. So we've gone about 40 seconds on the Japo Donks time clock. Good raking left foot kick there from Petrala. And a good mark in defence there by Oates for Rutherglen. Give that one to Kilpatrick. Down to Reed Bonnet. Tackled as he tried to get a kick away. And he's grabbed straight away by Yakandanda. And we have another stoppage. Pretty much the same spot where we had the boundary throw in, Robert McKinlay.
Thanks, Panda. Oh, Williams, a big fist. Gathered there nicely by Ethan Roach. Handball just missed its target. Oh, that one's a little bit high. He's just slipping there at the right moment, or the wrong moment. And it looks like it's going to be Judah Hood who'll have a shot. Might be too far out the score, Scooter.
Yeah, a little bit outside his range, but if he can set it up, Leach is there 2-on-1.
Lockie McMillan just lurking dangerously, just moving his way to the forward pocket. Kicking away. Gee, he's got a big piece of it. No Rutherglen defence. In fact, they keep the ball in. Great tackle there.
Boys.
It is a point, is it?
No. Oh,
no.
Scooter's pointing out the fight.
Oh, it's a bit of a dust-up. Sorry, Scooter. I trust you to spot that.
Free kick, Scooter.
Sam Edmondson ran into Ethan Petrala just as Judah Hood was kicking that in there. And Chris Willett took offence to it and got him high. So free kick to Ethan Petrala, 30 metres out.
So Petrala with the free kick. Great spot there by Scooter.
Boys, it didn't take long for Ben McIntosh to get into the play. Just his running is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, he reads it, and he's always looking for that 1-2. Just that follow-up. So here's Petrala. He'll kick from 42 metres. Left foot, distance, no problem. Straight through the guts. We're off and running. Petrala nails it. Yakka on the board. 1 straight 6. Lead Rutherglen yet to score. And we're doing it for Shelving and Storage Northeast.
Geez, I like the way, in that forward 50 for Yak, Robbie, there was a lot of physical presence from both sides as the key forwards were trying to find their leading lanes. But Rutherglen certainly weren't giving that up easily. And in the end, the composure and I think experience of Yak have given them that goal there through Ethan Petrala.
So a Bill Tilley goal today. Back in the middle. Bonnet fighting hard to try and win that footy. Petrala, the previous goal kicker, his raking kick was smothered. Good clean pick up there by Eaton. Hand passes it over the top. On hands and knees there was George. On to Petrala, who's had a couple of touches early. Left foot kick, not all that great to half forward. Going in there was Morris for Rutherglen. He was tackled straight away. They all pile in on top of the Sherrin at half forward, favouring Yakandanda, and we have another stoppage. No, it's a free kick, in fact. And it's going to go the way of Malachi Owers for Yakandanda. Put his head over the footy. He goes short and finds Ben McIntosh, the 4-time BNF winner for Yakandanda. Kick looking for Donaghy, just over his head, wasn't able to mark. Rutherglen defence under pressure. Willett's clearing kick was smothered. Oates goes in again. Donaghy on to Malachi Owers, who can steady from 30 and kick a Bill Tilley goal today. Malachi Owers with a smart finish, and Yakandanda have got 2 on the board. Gecko?
Just looking at Yak's bench here, boys, they've got some real experience coming on and off the bench. Ethan Roach, who we've talked a lot about pre-game, he's come off, and Dylan Nowak for his first game from Wodonga Saints has just come on, but I've just seen Lockie McMillan come off. Look at their forward 50. Geez, they're tough to match up against.
Jimmy O'Connell just comes onto the ground too, so you're spot on. O'Connell going to the wing there, but yeah, Malachi Owens just showing a little bit of early dash there, and gee, they've started well here, the Roos. They are up and about. McIntosh having a big impact in the middle of the ground. Williams gets another tap straight to that man, McIntosh. Handball was good, was okay. Kilpatrick did well. Butted up again, kicks it into half forward. Overrunning it there was Sproul. Now might be a chance, but good defensive work there by Logan Martin. They give up a bit of the ground. McIntosh provides the lead. Bumped Owers out of the road. He's got Hatton to deal with. Owers comes back, tackles him, throws him out over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in, not too far away from Scooter Fraser, in front of a massive crowd, club room side of the ground.
Yeah, it is certainly the local Rutherglen people have come out in their droves on a beautiful sunny day, and yeah, Yak have hit the ground running. Probably some alarm bells early in the middle for Rutherglen, and they need to do something.
2 straight 12, Yakandanda. Rutherglen yet to really go inside forward 50 for Shelving and Storage Northeast. Well done here by Big Williams from Yakandanda. Owers getting busy. Happy to see that one over the boundary line on centre wing. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
I can't be quite sure, boys, but I think Matt Tanner's following around Ben McIntosh, so he's really tight with him. But he did lose him at a contest earlier, but I'm pretty sure he's following him pretty tight.
I think you're spot on there, Gecko, for McRae Motors. On hands and knees was Kilpatrick. His hand pass. Will it sit here for a teammate? As Rutherglen go inside forward 50. It's marked by, I reckon, Beattie. Is it Scotty Fraser?
Yep.
It's Charlie
The long
Beattie.
sleeves, yep, that's
in
Beattie.
the long sleeves on a 24-degree sunny day. He will line up 30 out on a slight angle, Gecko.
The quick ball movement there. I love that. And then a slight change of the angles. I guess that forces Yak's defenders to move, and it just opens up holes. So I think that's the key for Rutherglen today.
3 goals, 17 here last time they played a game of football, Rutherglen. And they start with one straight through the big sticks from Charlie Beattie. So Rutherglen answer a beautiful kick from Plummer into the pocket to Beattie. And Rutherglen are on the board. They trail 6-12. Robert McKinlay.
Yeah, it was Plummer, and it was what they call the old chaos kick, Gecko. In there, no time to think, change plan, and Charlie Beattie just showed a nice bit of presence, and he read it superbly.
Well, a bit of hype around this young fella, isn't there? I think he played 16 games last year for 24 goals, and I reckon he got in there best 7 or 8 times. So for a young fella, he's certainly talked about in high regard.
Homer barking a few instructions down below, Scooter.
As always, but certainly looking at the rotations to make sure everyone gets the right amount of time on the field.
Owers held without the football. That's going against Reed Bonnet. So Owers, a nice kick to the 40 out for goal. Donaghy, second time, just couldn't get his hands on it. Here's a chance for Yak through traffic. Handball release was good, and they are going to get their third. No, they're not. Judah Hood just missing to the right-hand side. It was a lovely bit of work by Geordie Eaton through traffic. Hood couldn't quite finish.
Moved through traffic beautifully, did Geordie Eaton. And here's the kick-in duties for Rutherglen from Willett. He goes short. Asks a lot of his coach, Reed Bonnet. If you've had a couple of beers, you'd struggle to tell them apart.
Yeah.
Both with the bald melons. Bonnet missed the last 9 games of the year last year, showing his class. Finds Kilpatrick, who's in the ruck for Rutherglen today at halfback. Kick down the line. Coming up and meeting this football was Cooper. Well roved there by Tanner. Had to kick in a bit of a hurry. His kick might work out all right, though, for the previous goal kicker, Beattie. At half forward here for Rutherglen. Open inside 50. Good kick into the pocket. Great ball movement from end to end from Rutherglen. And Brad Anderson will line up into the pocket. Pretty tight angle.
But again, boys, just quick ball movement instead of that, tempo style of footy. It just seems to be getting Yak defenders off guard.
That was brilliant. Kick from Bonnet onto Kilpatrick. And, well, Bonnet started this in defence. He went up and took the mark, and he fires on goal, and he's nailed it. Reed Bonnet, the coach, who started it in defence. It was passed off there by Anderson, who thought it was a tough shot, and Reed Bonnet, Scooter, has kicked Rutherglen second. Yeah,
great leadership by their coach to set that up. Good kick out and get the ball moving. That other side must be pretty good. There's a little bit of a breeze built up, boys, so they've used it really well there. And great to see, again, Charlie Beattie get on the end of it and good delivery into the forward line.
Liam Williams has just come out of the ruck here, Scooter. I thought he's had a real impact in the first 5 or 6 minutes here. That brings Leachy up out of the goal square and into the middle.
Yeah, he'll be up against big Oysters and be a good contest.
I tell you, he's been okay. Oysters Kilpatrick so far. McIntosh plies a good tackle. Here's our man, Oysters. Oh, look away. Handball was good. Found Reed Bonnet. Gave it back to Oysters Kilpatrick. Drives it into half forward. Man in front. Good defensive work. Running onto the footy now for a little bit of pace and dash. It's a young fella on debut. Flynn Verhulst nails it and they'll get around him. Verhulst puts Rutherglen in front. 3 straight 18 lead. Yakandanda 2-1 13. How about that on debut, Gecko?
Oh, yeah, didn't they enjoy that? But young fella, there's not a lot of him, but geez, he was quick. He broke a tackle nicely there and just composure running into an open goal there from about 30 out.
They got around him, Scooter.
He doesn't know that we've been talking about him, but that's just one of the best things in footy where you can get a good quality kick early and make it a goal. And back he goes to the wing and he'll be up and about.
I tell you what, I spoke to Reed Bonnet on the phone yesterday and he had big raps on this kid, and I don't reckon it'll take long for a couple of in-town clubs to start sniffing around, Robbie.
Yeah, and Bill Tilley could write a check out for a goal of the day contender there too, Panda.
Absolutely. Our local member for Benambra, who will be busy in around November when all the Victorians head to the polls and hopefully vote out the Labor government. Geordie Eaton on hands and knees. Sorry to all those Labor voters there. And there's a free kick. It's going to go Rutherglen's way once again. And it's Bonnet who's had leather poisoning, Scooter.
He's getting amongst it, isn't he?
He
Good
goes
delivery again.
off a step into the pocket, not able to find a teammate down there, and Anderson is happy to see that over the boundary line. But repeat inside 50s here for Rutherglen Gecko. After Yak kicked the first couple of goals, they'd be pretty happy with this response.
They've definitely wrestled back the momentum here, definitely. You know, that the last 5 or 6 minutes, it's been all Rutherglen's forward half, so it's been a real change of the quarter.
A flat throw, and you're going to get a bit of that early in the season. Panda, I tell you, he's racking a nice pair of shorts, the boundary umpire too.
Certainly is. It's that sort of weather.
He's straight out of Coogee. Good throw. He's back, our man.
The Coogee Pavilion.
Coogee Pavilion. The old Bondi Icebergs. Casey George, nice look away handball. Trouble is McIntosh wasn't looking. His opponent was, and he's just absolutely drilled him to the ground. Nothing in it. It was Jared Hatton. And Jared Hatton tackles you. Stay stuck. Up she goes again. Now, Yak will clear it off half back, but it's not going to go to any advantage. Ben Plemming squares the ball up. Charlie Beattie just needs a good bounce. He won't get it. The defence swarms for Yackandandah. They run it out over the boundary line. 25 metres around for the Rutherglen goal. They lead 18-13, and we have gone almost 12 minutes here in the first quarter for Shelving and Storage Northeast.
Panda, Robbie, you got Gecko and Scooter. Nickname Central here on TDFL Live. Round 1 action. Boundary throw in. Trying to get his mitts to that was Jack Holmes. And we have another boundary throw in. The boys in green have been busy to start this first term, which has gone about 12 minutes.
Boys, Rutherglen's defenders, when it pushes deep into Rutherglen's forward line, their defenders are pushing high up in the ground, so they're looking to really keep the football in their forward half.
Not long from Zach Leach going in the ruck there to give Yakandanda a bit of ascendancy. Peters was tackled straight away, and we have another stoppage about 40 out from Rutherglen goal, who are kicking to the Waganya end of Barclay Park. They've hit the last 3 goals of this game. Looks like Holmes was pushed out of the ruck contest. Yakandanda have it across half-back. Left foot kick down the boundary line. McMillan with a good mark. Just in the field of play, is it? No, I think he juggled that one over the boundary line in front of the old scoreboard, which reads 3 straight 18 Rutherglen to Yakandanda 2-1-13.
Yeah, it's just a bit unlucky there, Flocky. You got the Rutherglen boundary umpires that side. Not saying that they're swinging that way, but sometimes if it's line ball, Panda, if your club umpire's doing the right thing by your club, you generally favour those ones, don't you, Geck?
Yeah, you do. You do. Spot on, Robbie. Just looking at the matchup on Nick Donaghy here, they're gone with Tory Oates, so he'd be a foot shorter than Nick. And we talked pre-game how hard he is to match up on. They're focusing on his ground ball as opposed to his aerial skills.
Now hunting in after it there, Sam McKenzie. Saw his old man Dave here early on doing a bit of umpiring.
That is a decision to clear the play.
Yeah, I don't mind it, Panda. What'd you see though, Panda?
It was a holding the ball free kick, and it's going to go the way of Oates, I reckon, for Rutherglen.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. It's not Oates. It is James Plummer.
Jimmy Plummer, who's doing that role on McIntosh. Oh, what's happened here?
There's a free kick, Scooter.
Hello.
I reckon Cooper's given away a free kick in defence.
So that ball will now go forward to where it was. So no real advantage there. Sam McKenzie has it off half-back, plays on immediately. Donaghy's the target. He's a pacey operator. Oates worked him well off the footy and went back, sat over it. He'll have to be careful here. Umpire says, give it to me. It just might be a little early season the handover there.
Sorry,
Scooter?
Panda, there was that many whistles going on down there. I thought we were at the netball.
How'd your daughter go this morning, Scoot?
Yeah, they won by 20 goals. She got an award too.
Oh,
Did
good
you
on
watch?
I did, the whole lot.
her. I rang Scooter to ask to give us a hand with the marquee. He said, I can't. I'm watching the young girl play netball, which is
Robbie, I'm
fair.
busy.
Absolutely. A
Well,
stoppage.
Panda, you'll go through that too,
I
mate.
know. Still got about 7 or 8 years to wait at least. A stoppage in the middle of the ground. A ball up. Of course, no new ruck rules in local football like the AFL this year, as they set upon Ben McIntosh, who's at the bottom of the pack, the 4-time B&F gun for Yakandanda. Another ball up as Leachy has gone into the ruck. Beautiful tap down towards Donaghy. Lots of players around this pill. Spills at the back here to McMillan. Tries to weave through traffic. His hand pass was intercepted. And here go Rutherglen again. Quick kick from Tanner out of the stoppage. Oh, good mark by Beattie. Come up and met the football. He plays on straight away just outside attacking 50. Goes by hand. Kick to the top of the goal square. Will it stay in play? There's a wrestle. Almost marking that one was Tanner. And it's been rushed through by the Yakandanda defence for a minor score. They trail 3-1-19 Rutherglen to Yakandanda 2-1-13 on the Shelving and Storage Northeast scoreboard.
Hasn't the momentum shifted, boys, over the last 10 minutes? For me, I've noticed a big difference since Liam Williams has gone out of the ruck.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
It's pretty much the moment I said that there were alarm bells for the on-ball brigade for Rutherglen, and they switched into gear.
Petrala read it well over the back. Tori Oates is chasing this one up. Petrala sticks with him. Now here's a chance for the young gun. Oh, great handball over the top there by Liam Wall. Now it comes inside to Geordie Eaton. Hits the post. They celebrated a little bit early, some of the Yak supporters. That one crashed into the left-hand post. But how about the vision of young Liam Wall? Gotta like that one, Panda. It's 14 Yackandandah, trail Rutherglen 19, and we've gone 16 minutes for shelving and storage northeast.
What are you liking so far, Gecko, from Rutherglen?
Oh, I love it when they move it quickly, Panda. There's been, multiple forward entries, but they just look so much better when it's quick ball movement. And Charlie Beattie, I don't know how they're going to get on top of him, but he's had a great start.
He certainly has. Williams and Holmes do battle in the marking contest. Picked up by Caleb Anderson for Rutherglen. Pumps the ball to half forward. Cooper with a bit of work to do. As Reed Bonnet was happy to see it over the boundary line.
See, that's a Yak boundary. You know what I'm getting at, boys?
Well, Reed thought he kept that one in, but I've got pretty good eyesight from here, and I thought he just stepped over the boundary line, Scoot.
Yeah, and then Jared Hatton kicked the ball into the crowd. Might have been trying a bit time waste.
A Jappo Donks disposal.
He's all over that, Panda.
He certainly is. Speaking of Jappo Donks, we've gone 17 minutes on the time clock. Rutherglen lead 3-1-19 to 2-2-14 over Yackandandah. That's a good boundary throw in from Robbie's man. Donaghy wanting a free kick, and we have a stoppage as Brendan Morris tackles his Yackandandah opponent. Ball up half forward for Rutherglen.
Panda, speaking to Zach Simmons at Jappo Donks, congratulations, Kiwar Premiership player.
Yes.
Simo, so good on you, mate.
Best side all year, Robbie.
Yeah, they were indeed. Oh, he's got him high. Gee, put a lasso on him. Free kick, he'll go the way here of Jimmy O'Connell.
Holmes absolutely destroyed him.
Finds Casey George. He'll go short. Oh, he's got to get it. Yes, he has. He's just bundled over after that. Ray Ferrugia. And this will be Gussie Sinclair. Of course, on debut today, come over from the Wodonga Raiders. Sinclair decides he'll go long. He's got a nice raking boot, and he finds his Belvoir cricket teammate, Lockie McMillan, who dropped it. They're going to get out of trouble, though. Casey George links up nicely. Out of trouble there was Judah Hood. Inside handball to McKenzie. Now they'll run it. Wall. Kick's not a good one. A slips catch. An absolute cracker there from your man Chris Willett, Panda. And he relieves to the far side of the ground.
He does. His kick was almost intercepted by McMillan, who flew a couple deep. And we have a boundary throw in centre wing, far side.
Unfortunate the end result there with Liam Wall. He was the one that did that first handball over on the wing there. So yeah, put in a good gut running effort, but just couldn't quite deliver in the end.
I like him. He's got a bit of pace, Scoot.
He certainly does, and it's really good on that wing on that far side.
So Rutherglen and Yakandanda fight for that stoppage. We have a ball up just forward to centre.
Too high to Yak.
Oh, you're right, Scooter. Picked up that well. It's a free kick to McIntosh, who goes short. Petrala, who's been really busy in this first quarter. Left foot kick to the top of the goal square. Just edging his opponent was Malachi Owers. And he's going to do the roving and finishing. A Bill Tilley goal today from Malachi Owers. That's his second. He edged his opponent under the footy, did all the work himself, and finished it off beautifully. Gecko?
Probably feel like they really needed that one, Panda. I mean, as good as it was that Malachi's put that through the sticks, it was another real tough forward entry with a lot of pressure from Rutherglen, but good enough to get the goal through. But Yak really struggling to get anything clean at the moment.
Well, Owers has made a really nice start to the game. Scooty, a bit of his footy last year. I think it took him a while to adapt the change from Ovens and Murray into the Tolanga League, and looks like he's settled a treat first game up.
Yeah, he's obviously travels up too, mate, so he hasn't been to training a hell of a lot and hasn't played any of the pracky matches, but certainly on the go already.
Handball release. They'll get out of trouble here. Oh, Oysters Kilpatrick. I don't know if that's a legal disposal. He got away with it, and that's the main thing. Handball was clever there by Hood. On to George. Over to McIntosh. He's a chance from here. Oh, he goes short. Unselfishly, Leachy. Well, he read it like a Japanese dictionary in the end. He missed it completely. And a free kick. A great tackle by Nick Donaghy.
There's that ground ball.
He followed him up. He chased him up. We spoke about that ability he's got, Nick Donaghy, and he did that superbly.
He did. I don't know if it's by coincidence, but Liam Williams goes straight back into the ruck. Clear tap, centre clearance, and then straight into the forward 50.
I reckon Leachy knew what he was doing then. He left that one for Donners at ground level.
tried to reach for it, didn't he, Panda? Just missed it by a few metres.
Yes.
I'll go with my Japanese theory. Donaghy shoots goals. Gee, that's a good finish and a deserving goal. It's a great tackle, and that's the sort of thing that can give a forward confidence like that. Gecko gets him into the game.
Yeah, and he is a confidence player, Nick. You know, if he drops one early or misses a goal early, he has a tendency to sort of drop his head. So this is a nice start by Donners, and he'll have an impact as this game goes on.
First quarter action for Shelving and Storage Northeast here on TDFL Live for McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. Round one action on a 24-degree picturesque Saturday here in Barclay Park. We'll try and get some other scores for you when we can. The Cricket Albury-Wodonga Grand Final happening between Wodonga and Tallangatta, who were in a bit of strife early. And also the Grand Final rematch, Barney taking on Kiwa just down the road from us at Barnawatha. As Peters has brought down a big tackle. Robbie, you got a score for us, please?
Yeah, I can tell you, mate, Tallangatta have finished at 8 for 160. That indicates quite a slow wicket, I reckon.
Wodonga definitely in the game. Our man Bobby J'd be happy. Quick kick from Yackandandah out of the stoppage. It's been intercepted by Baxter Lane G on debut for Rutherglen. Goes out to the far wing. Asks a lot of his teammate out there in Verholst, who kicked a good goal earlier. Yakandanda win the footy back.
Ooh.
Malachi Owers, interesting kick into the middle of the ground. It's been cut off here by Caleb Anderson for Rutherglen in the cricket pitch. You'd bat on that beauty at the moment. He goes out wide to the other wing where the ball came from. And Reed Bonnet, who kicked a beauty earlier, has it for Rutherglen at half-back.
Did you have a hit this year, Panda?
I did not.
Righto.
Actually, I did.
Oh, one game.
For the other cricket team involved in North Albury.
Around the grounds, boys. Laguna 3-2-20 lead Chilton 2 points. Kewell Sandy Creek lead Barney by a goal. Beechworth 28, Waganya 1. And obviously the score here is 26-19. Tallangatta 21-12 lead Wodonga Saints.
All thanks to Bill Tilley.
Beautiful. Good on you, Bill. And shout out to Panda. He's been rather political today at times, our man. I know where you're coming from, though, Panda. Oh, that's a good handball. Great vision. Lockie McMillan. Little left foot chipper. Leachy just didn't quite get there. Another good tackle. Double tackle there. Donaghy's there. Ooh, could be trouble here. Look who's on their own at the back of the goal square here. Handball over the top, young man. He does that. They'll turn around and oh, no. He goaled. I thought the umpire was going to call it back. Petrala gets his second. Either that or Panda's telling him to do something else. And that is a big goal for the Yakandanda Roos. 5-2-32. They lead Rutherglen 3-1-19. We've gone 23 minutes. First quarter action for Shelving and Storage Northeast. The man was out the back and he eventually got there.
Good to see. I bet Darren Holmes is happy with when the ball hit the ground in Yak's 50. Then both Leachy and Donners straight onto the ground, giving a tackle, and then the ball gets free. So really good movement.
He's tense down on the bench, Homer, isn't he, Scooter?
He's very intense all the time, mate.
So Yakandanda have answered with the last 3 goals of the game. After they kicked the first 2, then Rutherglen kicked the next 3. McIntosh getting really busy and starting to get his handprints on the football. Goes to half forward. On hands and knees was Wall, who's had a couple of good moments, and another one there onto McMillan. Left foot kicks a smart one. Finds Owers, who's kicked 2. Beautiful kick into the pocket. Great Yakandanda play. And Jimmy O'Connell coming back in from Billabong Crows will line up 40 out slot angle, Geck.
You'd hope at some point Rutherglen pick up on the fact how busy Ben McIntosh is at the back of that centre bounce there. Three or four times I've seen him exit the back.
O'Connell just played on Gecko and went to the top of the goal square. Leach got 2 hands to it. Wall's down there, tackled just outside the top of the goal square. You were saying?
Yeah, just the way he exits the back of the stoppage there. The play moves forward, he's at the back, swings around on his preferred foot and hits a target.
Leachy able to grab it out of the ruck onto Donaghy, who missed his foot from the top of the goal square. Oates in defence for Rutherglen. Bit of work to do. The kick might work out all right for Anderson. The umpire's paid a mark, I reckon. He has, which I thought was interesting considering he juggled it over the boundary line. Anderson down the wing. Cooper pushed under the football by Ferrugia. And Williams for Yakandanda sees it out for a boundary throw in. On true centre wing in between the 2 benches, Yakandanda 32 led Rutherglen 19. Scooter Fraser, boundary side, what are you noticing?
Just as the ball came across that way, quite a few interchanges for both sides. Get some fresh legs out there, and Sam McKenzie runs on as well.
Of course, in 8 weeks' time, there'll be a Brownlow medalist running out here, Panda.
Yes, Tommy Mitchell.
May 23, so lock that one into your calendar.
Who are Rutherglen playing that week?
No idea, Panda. Scooter might know that one.
Beechworth, I think.
Beechworth. Yeah, Tommy might find out a little bit more about Beechworth. Oysters Kilpatrick's got the free kick off, ironically, umpire Fitzpatrick. It's a funny old game at times. Panda out the back she goes. Oh, clever tap. Almost from Ferrugia. Left foot snap. High up and under to the top of the goal square. Geez, it's going to be good here. They are. Yakandanda do it superbly off half back there. Getting involved there with Sprout. Now they're off and running. McMillan's left foot kicks a good one. He finds Leach right in the centre of the ground.
Big Leachy onto McIntosh. A good man to give it to. He's going to wax with Leachy. He says, stuff your Ben, I'll go myself.
Oh.
Left foot kick to half forward's a beauty. Eaton dropped the mark, but the umpire said, you can have it anyway, Geordie. Who almost kicked a goal earlier. Started celebrating early, then it hit the stick. He's going to kick this one into a really dangerous position. Can Roach get a run and a jump? He can't. Good defence from Rutherglen, fighting hard. Around this pill is McMillan, who's just dived Triple H style onto the football. And we'll have a ball up 40 out from Yakandanda goal, who have kicked the last three, and they lead by 13 points.
They do indeed, Panda. Good game of footy to kick the season off. Off half back now. Reed Bonnet pumps the ball into the middle of the ground. Good hands taken there for Rutherglen by Jack Holmes. Smack bang in the middle of the ground. Holmes gets the ball inside forward. Beatty gets a run at it. One bite. Couldn't get it on the second. Snapped up there nicely by James Tanner. Kicks to open ground here. They need a good bounce. They won't quite get it. And it's going to stay in now. They'll rush it through for a minor score. So good defensive work there from the Roos. This game has got a bit of pace about it. Quickly from the kick in, they kick it to half back, and a good grab taken there by Geordie Eaton, who's been very impressive. Panda, 27 minutes gone, and it is a 32-20 lead for Yackandandah.
Eaton is going to hug the boundary line late in this first quarter for Shelving and Storage Northeast. It's turned over. A good mark by Morris, who's been in the gym over the off-season. He was already a big boy, but he slimmed down a little. Looks really fit. Morris, dangerous kick. Can Rutherglen pinch one late? Beatty had a run and jump. Wasn't able to mark. Clearing kick from Yakandanda to open grass. Reed Bonnet, the first one there, the coach for Rutherglen. Gets onto his left foot. Good kick. Oh, dropping the mark was Morris, who found himself inside forward 50. Tanner repels just the 15. All this happening about 75 from Rutherglen goal. Reed Bonnet. His hand pass was intercepted. Good pressure by Yakandanda and McMillan. Thought I think it was Plummer, had a free kick against him there. A kick is eked out towards Anderson, a bit of sloppy play. Rutherglen probably just had to go inside forward 50 then, Gecko.
But, hasn't Reed Bonnet found a lot of the footy, but you compare that to Ben McIntosh's possessions where everyone is counted. I don't know, I don't have any efficiency rates in front of me, but there's a big difference between the two.
Leach, if you can give me efficiency rates, Gecko, you got a job for life.
Yeah. Calculating as we speak.
So quarter time here at Barclay Park sees Yakandanda leading 5-2-32 over Rutherglen 3-2-20. That quarter went 28 and a half minutes, all thanks to Shelving and Storage Northeast. Stay with us here on TDFL Live. We'll hear from Scooter, who's heading to the quarter time huddles. It's Rutherglen 20, Yakandanda 32. For McRae Motors at Commercial Club Albury, TDFL Live on 2AY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Then live on 2AY.
Welcome back to 1494 2AY. Quarter time here at Barclay Park. A perfect day for sport in general. We've got the Cricket Albury-Wodonga Grand Final and we've got the first round of the TDFL. What more would you like? And it's a 12-point lead to Yakandanda over Rutherglen 5-2-32 to Rutherglen 3-2-20. Blake Pandares got with you, Robbie McKinlay and Brent Lillis, who started in that opening term, if you don't mind, Gecko. A term of two halves, really, wasn't it? I mean, Rutherglen found themselves behind early. They then fought back, but Yakandanda finished the term really strongly.
I've actually loved the opportunity to sit and lock into a game of footy. And you're right, it was a tale of momentum and swinging and things like that. Liam Williams in the ruck, when he went out of the ruck, things changed for Yak for the worse. I loved it when Rutherglen took the football forward quickly. Guys like Charlie Beattie and that, just Yak don't have an answer for them if they can move it quickly. But then on the other hand, when Yak looked good, when they were a little bit more methodical, Robbie, and they just took their time going forward and waited for guys like Nick Donaghy to get on the end of a lead.
Yeah, I think some of their early goals they sort of got it with that early season excitement. A few things fell their way, but then I thought their last two or three goals they kicked that quarter looked a lot better the way they set it up and moved the ball and a little bit more structure. So I think it's a great point, and made a great point early about Liam Williams in the ruck. I thought he was absolutely outstanding from Yakandanda.
I've noticed too, Yak use their bench a hell of a lot, and I wonder if I had the opportunity to talk to Homer, if he's been happy with the balance in their forward line at times. yeah, I can see him working the bench really hard, and you know, you look out on the ground and just the balance of, you know, short, tall, fast, slow. I don't think they've had that quite right, Robbie.
Yep. Scooter Fraser, you were at the Yakandanda huddle. What did home have to say quarter time?
Okay. Yeah.
A recap from all, please.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting from Dylan Van Berlo. Actually, was very, very happy with his backman. Said how good was it? It came to ground nearly every time it came in there, and just needed to be a little bit more polished and stop the goals. Homer actually, the breeze has built up out there, boys. And Homer said, this is a 2 or 3 goal breeze for you boys, but you've got to use it. Get it down a little bit. He wants a little bit more delivery, better out in front of the forwards rather than on top like Leachy that ran under one and Roche as well. So hopefully they can use the breeze and get on the board early.
So second quarter, about to get underway for Thaguna Country Club Resort. Great to have the guys from Thaguna Country Club on board this year, Robbie.
Isn't there some work going on out there?
Absolutely. They still have the members' meals out there, though, so get on out to the Thaguna Country Club. We're underway here in the second quarter with Robbie McKinlay.
Good on you, Panda. McIntosh got his hands on the footy early. Couldn't control it. Oh, there's a high tackle, I reckon. Yep. And the free kick will go the way of Yackandandah, who's just underneath that pack there. It looks like it's Casey. No, it's not. It's, in fact, Judah Hood. Judah decides he'll go long, straight up the guts. That has carried the breeze. Leach underneath it. Couldn't quite pull it in. Ground levels McMillan. Handball went targeted back at Leach. And the umpire's going to ball it up deep in the forward pocket, about 20 metres around from the Yak goal. They take a 12-point lead into this second quarter, which is for the Thaguna Country Club Resort.
Had a hit there the other week. Hit them awfully.
You ton up?
No, yeah, very closely, actually. It was really ordinary. Sort of my sporting highlight in career, to be fair. Morris tries to shrug a tackle, goes by hand to Tanner, has to get rid of it in a quick kick. Oh, coming from behind there and trying to spoil was Logan Martin from Yackandandah. They work it out in the middle of the ground. Here's Petrala, had a lot of the football in that opening term. Loves his left foot. Backs to lane G, tried to intercept for Rutherglen. Owers, he's dangerous in these positions. Hands it off to Donachie. Over to Roach, went one-handed. Handball wasn't all that good. Tanner says, stuff this. I'm kicking it out of midair, 65 metres. And he does, it's marked in the middle of the ground. Rutherglen play on into Bonnet. Great defensive fist there by, I think that was Billy Grisker. It was, who saved a certain mark from Yakandanda. Bonnet goes back in, tackled. Ball pinballing around at half forward, and we'll have a stoppage. Highlighting good ball movement once again by Rutherglen Gecko to force a stoppage inside forward 50.
Geez, that breeze just keeps picking up from time to time, and you can see the way Yak are defending is a little bit different. They're pushing up really, really high now when it goes into Yak's forward line. Yak's defenders are, and just trying to capitalise on that breeze going their way.
Here's a chance, Williams. Handball, Moore lobs it in hope.
A 9-iron.
Yeah, 9-iron. Reed Bonnet read it well. Open, here's a chance for young Charlie Beattie. Couldn't quite gather it below his knees. They get the ball out to Casey George. Goes back to Angus Sinclair. Now back to Casey George. George is normally pretty good with the footy. And
Jared Hatton's down, boys.
Check on Jared Hatton. Keep an eye on that one. Hood has the ball in the middle of the ground for Yakandanda. Owers. Geez, he'd be double-figured possessions. No worries at all, Panda. He has it slightly behind the defensive side of the centre circle, finds Casey George, inside handball to Hood, and they are going forward.
They are inside forward 50, getting 2 hands to it, then was Roach. Rutherglen defence under pressure to start this second term for the Thaguna Country Club. Morris ekes a kick out of the pack. Rutherglen clear it once again, and it's going to be marked by Plummer at half back for Rutherglen. I reckon Hat's got hit where you don't want to.
Yep. Right rib it is.
Right rib, there you go. I thought he might need to wear a box. Rutherglen hugged the boundary line. Reed Bonnet over his head is the only one down there for Rutherglen. Well done there by Williams. Bonnet goes in once again, spending a bit of time forward as Reed. Oh, he's going to get pinged holding the ball here for diving on top of the Sharon, and it's a free kick to Yakandanda in the left back pocket.
I'll tell you what, Panda, if you reckon he's been hit you know where, and Scooter reckons the rib, I reckon Hats would be pretty happy with that.
I reckon he would be.
That's a fair rap.
We've got no idea.
Oh, he came in a bit late, the young fella. There was not much in it. Matty Tanner, yeah.
I don't reckon he's doing that job on McIntosh anymore, Gecko.
No, they've certainly let him go. If anything, I think that they've put a little bit more attention into Ethan Petrala.
Good ball use here. Jeez, I like the game so far of Geordie Eaton. He's a bit of a smooth operator. Oh, a good mark taken there too. Here's a chance for Ethan Roach. Great to see him back playing footy again. Had a season off. Premiership player in 24. Kick inside forward 50. Lurking around there. Good tackle too. Chris Willett safe as a bank. Umpire blows the whistle, and he says, "Give it to me." There you go.
That he does, Robbie.
Yeah.
A bit
No
of
one on the goal
Sade,
square.
smooth operator, hey?
Good call.
Ball up, inside 50 for Yak. Leach got his hands to it. Wall, snap, on goal, dribbling it through for a minor score. He's had some good moments, young Liam Wall, in the bright yellow boots for Yak. It's through for a minor score.
Boys, I've loved, sorry to cut you off there, Panda, I've loved how Yak have rebounded out of their defensive 50 this quarter, so they're changing angles, they're looking to go out the open side of the ground, which has allowed guys like Ethan to break the lines a bit.
They lead by 13 points to Yackandandah as Willett's kick is almost intercepted by Roach.
Yeah, just missed it, but here's Owers. Onto McIntosh, snap on goal, kicks it. Oh, did he touch it? Wait for it. Touched ball. Johnny on the spot was the gold umpire. And I reckon he's got that one right there, Gecko. He's just nailed it superbly. That's what positioning's all about.
That's Barnesy down there behind those
Oh,
goals.
well.
Jimmy.
Yeah, and
Jimmy Barnes.
And
I can tell you a story about Barnesy.
Yeah, Barnesy has a tendency to potentially favour Yak's way if the ball goes through the sticks.
Well, that was a kick from McIntosh, and he done Yak a dirty if that's the case. So good on Barnesy.
Yeah.
As Rutherglen clear defence. Roach got two hands to it again. Spills out the back of the pack. Williams sees it over the line. We'll have it tossed back in. At half forward for Yackandandah, who are dominating the inside 50s in this quarter, Gecko.
Oh, easily. And to me, I love how they're defending. They're pushing up really, really high, and it's just become a forward half game here for Yak.
Judah Hood was tackled. His hand pass was intercepted. Rutherglen don't muck around. They try and gain some valuable yardage. Leaving that football behind there was Sproul. Reed Bonnet, faked with the hand pass, left foot banana.
Clever.
Might work out all right here for Cooper. Can he run onto it? He tried to soccer it forward, but it repelled off a Yackandandah boot. It's cleared out of their defence and marked by Williams on centre wing onto Owers.
Owers has been as good as anyone on the ground today. Clean bowl was Donaghy. Oates got tackled, dropped the ball. Good umpire. Oh, hang on. He said he was held without it. I was just about to give Fitzy a rap, and he's gone the other way. That's okay. It's only March. You don't go too hard this early. From behind, Logan Martin. Here's Big Williams. He's had an impact. Just tapped it cleverly. Handball over the top. Jimmy O'Connor was good. Casey George, excellent through traffic. Long kick. One-on-one contest. One hand, two hand. Marked! You gotta pay it. He has. Gee, that's a good, strong grab there. Dylan Nowak. His first real impact on the game. What's he like on a kick here, Geck?
I don't know a lot about Dylan other than the past Wodonga Saints player, but I think Scoot might know a little bit. Sorry, Aiden.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of weight over the pre-season, boys, and given this opportunity right now.
Well, here he goes. 35 out.
Barnesy.
Cop that, he says, Rob Dog. I am good. And he nails it straight through the guts. Does Big Nowak hits his first goal there for the Roos, and a big one to start this second quarter. They've now doubled the score, 6-4-40. Yackandandah, Rutherglen 3-2-20. Gecko.
Goal umpire Barnesy. He's called that one there, Robbie.
He's the man. Yep. Look, I get a chance, I'll tell that story later on.
Yeah. Yak looked really good this quarter with the breeze, and I think they've structured up nicely here. I think they're well and truly in control in the last 7 or 8 minutes.
7.5 gone for Jappo Donk. Second quarter for the Thaguna Country Club Resort. And Yackandandah have kicked the last 4 majors to lead by 20 points. 40 plays 20. Scoot, what do you got for us with your smirk on the boundary?
No, I just got to admit I'm wrong. It's actually Dylan Nowak, not Aiden.
I was about to say, unless I'm blind, which I am.
Normally Gecko's right over
I
me.
saw a name Dylan on Play HQ. That's your second Play HQ stuff up.
I'm
Scooter,
not an administrator.
I'm going to have to find you a PC. So there's Velhurst, who kicked a really good goal in the first quarter on debut. Good kick to half forward there by Peters. Sails over the line for a throw in. Just struggling to hit a few targets at the moment, Gecko Rutherglen.
Panda, can you write down at 3:02 p.m. Scott Fraser said I'm wrong, please?
Yeah.
And we can put that on the button bar, and our man Trent Geddes back in the studio can play that one for us all the time throughout the year. Just to remind Scooter when he was. Kick off the deck is out of bounds on the full, I reckon.
I've just had a text message come through from Linda Fraser. She said that there's something wrong with the audio at Rutherglen. That she just heard that Scott Fraser said I'm wrong.
Don't worry, Kerry and Les are still texting.
Hello, Kerry.
Hi, Kerry. Here's Velhurst. for Rutherglen, who's got
Les,
the ball on centre wing.
You speak about goal umpires. Les Fraser was as good as any in the bush.
Good on you, Les.
He was.
He's a gentleman.
He's not as good as our man Barnesy.
I'll get that story to you, Panda. You'll enjoy it.
Peters, left foot kick, hugging the boundary line, finds Tanner. Not sure whether it's Matt or James. I'll just go with Tanner. He's going to roll onto the right foot, into the pocket. Kicks poor, though. Intercepted by Williams. Getting back in defence like a good ruckman, Gecko, and taking an intercept mark.
Yeah, the way Rutherglen are moving it now, it's a lot slower, isn't it? And you can see him struggling to get past some of those big blokes that Yak are dropping behind the ball.
Geez, Liam Williams has given that a nice old roost out to that sort of dead flank, you'd have to call it now. Jared Hatton couldn't quite rein it in. Just on that Cricket Orbidonga grand final update at the halfway point, Yackandandah batted their 50 overs out, Panda, 8 for 160. Jack Craig bowled 10 overs, 2 for 13. Murray
2 for
Price,
13.
2 for 13. Murray Price also economical. I would suggest that's a very slow wicket. That score might not be as bad as it looks. Owers breaks out of the pack, over the wall, inside ball. Here's a chance for Donner. He broke one tackle. Good tackle, but he got rid of it. No, he got rid of the ball. I reckon he's stiff there.
Yep.
It lefty hit his foot. Anyway, the free kick's going to go the way of Rutherglen. Leachy comes in, swarming. He tackled a player out the ball. He was Geordie Eaton. I think Geordie Eaton probably happy with the not
That's
Geordie
50,
Eaton.
I think.
Matty Tanner was probably happy with the result in the innings. At one stage, looked like he could have got engulfed by Leachy. Panda, take it away.
Well, he went to clap Leachy, and then I think he realised who he was and thought, I'm going to get absolutely murdered here. So it was probably a good option from Matty Tanner, who's going to be marched to about 60 from home.
Malachi Owers has been unbelievable, hasn't he? The longer this game goes, he's just having a real impact.
Matt Tanner trying to find Reed Bonnet, who just snuck forward. Velhurst, who's got a bit of wheels, tackled by Owers straight away. Not this time, young man. And Malachi Owers, who's probably been best on ground for mine so far. Wins the ball back for Yak. Goes to Lockie McMillan. Good kick. Oh, what a mark that was by Ben Fleming. Just stuck out the one jerk and took an intercept. Here's Reed Bonnet, who would have had 20 touches for mine. And we've gone 11 minutes for Jappo Donks. Bonnet's kick, looking for a teammate there in Plummer, intercepted by McMillan. And we have a boundary thrown right in front of our commentary position, thanks to Ready to Hire, the big tip truck Robbie, and we've got a boundary throw in.
Paddy, you've said you spoke to Reed Bonnet yesterday, a couple of times front. Is this anything to do with his form today? He's playing a right one. Is there anything you passed on to him? Or?
Oh, maybe a few tips, Robbie.
Yeah, good on. That's what's good. Here's Owers. He's got another touch. Kicks it to a good advantage here. Here's a chance for Yak. Ethan Roach. Oh, he did well. Gathered it. Have a shot on goal. Ethan Roach has Barnsley's having a look at it. I reckon he's gone left. He thought about it. He said, no, Barnsley's just gone to the right a little bit there. Scooter Fraser.
I've never seen an umpire do a circle around the goalpost to get back to where he was standing from.
He knows the camera's on, Robbie. Did a bit of theatre by Barnsley today.
Yeah, good on him. I've still got your footy records at home from that 2000 Premiership podcast I did too, Barnsley, but they're safe.
Here's Tanner. Sorry, it's Oates. Deep in defence for Rutherglen, who trail by 21 points. Yakandanda 41 to Rutherglen 20. There's Oysters getting amongst the action. Oh, George dropped the football. Should have been a free kick to Rutherglen. McMillan gathers over to Leach. Oh, he could have been crunched, Big Leachy. And he said, don't push your luck, Matty Tanner. Just wrap me up, and I'll give the ball back to the umpire.
Poor old Matty Tanner. Every time he's on near the football, guess who's
Leachy's
been there?
It's his shadow, Big Zachary, who just pushes Oysters out of the way in the ruck. Hood thought he was grabbed high. Umpire says, give it to me. Still around half forward here for Yakandanda, who have kicked the only 2 in this second quarter. They lead 6-5-41 to Rutherglen 3-2-20 for Thagoona Country Club Resort.
Good stuff, Panda. Gee, it's good to be back at the footy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And a nice crowd in here. Here's McIntosh. He got rid of it. It was a good tackle. Oh, Sam McKenzie put his head over the footy. And he's going to get a ball up here, but right in the shade there. And the boys will be pretty happy with that.
That is the one pocket of shade in the whole venue.
And they've found it. Kick off the ground there by Yakandanda will find the boundary. So it's just sneaking its way forward at the moment. Geck, what are you spotting here, mate? What can Rutherglen do to maybe just pick up a goal or two here?
Oh, I'd love to, like Reed Bonnet, for them has just been prolific. I'd love to see him hit a few more targets by hand and foot.
Donaghy, who can do the miraculous, beautiful kick inboard to find Petrala, who might have the legs from here, unselfishly gives it off to the hard-running teammate there in Wall, I think it is. No, it's Judah Hood, who will line up pretty much directly in front in favour of the wind here. Scoot, would you back him?
Yeah, I think he would from there. He's got a good length of kick on him, so we'll back him in here.
So
Left goal post, and it'll go straight through the middle.
So this would extend the margin to 27 points for the Laguna Country Club if young Judah can nail this.
Have a look at Barnesy. He's just got the arms folded at the moment.
Yep.
He's just summing up the situation.
He's got the shorts, the T-shirt on.
Race guide.
Kick on the way. I reckon it's just going to fall short. Williams got 2 hands to it. Still alive here for Yak. Williams tried to get a foot away on the ball, and it's been tackled, and in the end a minor score, says Barnesy. Yakandanda to extend the margin to 22 points.
Reed Bonnet has another mark, plays on, gets it to Matty Tanner, who's seen a bit of the footy this quarter. Leachy intercepted it, couldn't quite gather it. Oysters Kilpatrick goes in after it. And now Oysters got to get himself up and go into battle against Leach in the ruck now. Leach just barges him out of the road. He said he pushed him. So Oysters Kilpatrick will get a free kick. At halfback for Rutherglen. They trail by 22 points. He's shaped to give it to Morris. He was never going to handball. Over the back it comes. Is this a chance? No. Logan Martin, good. Eden back on Derby. Oh, that's caught. Oh, he's missed that one. I'm not sure how. Good work there by Jordan Eaton. His kick's not a good one. And he's going to go there to Chris Willett, the bald-headed warrior. And he drives it to half forward. The young fella Beattie couldn't quite hang on to it. Ball's at 50 metres out for Rutherglen. They need a goal. Hurried handball. Reed Bonnet under pressure. Whistle was blown. I think it was a netball court. I've got no idea. Hurried kick in by Anderson. Bouncing free. Sinclair's there. Lurking is Beattie. High tackle. Yes, it is. Free kick's going to go the way of Rutherglen. 40 out directly in front.
They've had to work hard for this one, really work hard. Yakandanda are setting up really well behind the ball. They're working really hard to make sure they've got a spare defender. Logan Martin and Ethan Petrala are leading the way there with voice and dragging people out of the play. So Rutherglen have found it really hard to get past them. But anyway, they've got a dirty one into their forward line, and they're having a shot on goal now.
So to try to kick their first goal of the quarter, James Plummer has the ball in hand. He's been a pretty good field kick. What's he like in front of the sticks? It holds up a little bit in the breeze. Won't get there. A good fist there. Might have been Casey George, was it? In the end. And it is, what the umpire said, it's a point. And that's what it's going to be. So you'll have to come back and kick it in. Behind Rutherglen, they move along to 3-4-22 or 3-3-21. Half the score of Yackandandah, 6-6-42. And this quarter is for the Laguna Country Club Resort, and we've gone almost 17 minutes on Panda's time clock.
Young Plummer, all he had to do was go back another metre or two on the mark. He ended up kicking 2 or 3 metres away from the bloke on the mark, and it just made the kick pull up short.
Round of grounds, boys. Laguna 34 lead Chilton 6. Scores a level 20 apiece, Barney and Kiwa. Beechworth 53 lead Waggunya 14. And Wodonga Saints 27 trail Tallangata 43.
All thanks to McRae Motors and Commercial Club Albury. Scooter with a good wrap up there. So the kick in from Yak was poor, and it spilled over the line for a boundary throw in. Rutherglen can lock in attacking 50 here. Kilpatrick, good tap to Cooper, has been quiet. Applied a tackle on Eaton, didn't get rid of it. Peters got his head ripped off. He just lowered his body at the right time, and Eaton collected him with his right bicep. And Jet Peters, who's going to swing around onto his left here and pump this inside forward 50. Looking for Beattie. Good kick. Really good kick in the leading lane of Charlie Beattie, who made space for himself, and he will line up for his second here, Gecko. Tight angle, 35 out. We've got a good view of this.
Every time Charlie gets his hands on it, whether it be in general play or a mark situation like this, it just, Rutherglen looked so good.
He's already kicked one, Charlie Beattie. Needs to kick a couple today if Rutherglen to get the 4 points. Stuttering approach. Drop punt on the way. It'll come back. It does. Charlie Beattie gets his second. And Rutherglen get their first of the second quarter. 4 goals, 3-27 to Yakandanda. 6-6-42. That's on the Laguna Country Club scoreboard.
This looks like one of those periods where Yak's bench has been rotated and they look, Nick Donaghy's just come back onto the ground and they look a little bit better in front of the ball now. But in the last 5 minutes, I don't know if they've got that balance right. I can see Yak's dilemma here and what Homer's trying to do. keep those good players on the ground, but also give them an opportunity to have a rest. But just not quite getting it right for mine.
What are you noticing down there in the sunshine, Scoot?
Yeah, and Leachy's probably got a bit of the heat getting to him. He's come off for a rest as well, Geck. So good spot there with those rotations.
Oh, umpire gets in the road. It's not going to cause too much damage. Play on was a good shout. McKenzie over the footy, off the left foot. Better left foot than his old man. Drives it into half forward. Donaghy running onto it now. He's got pace to burn. And, oh, he smashed it into the post. The old Wilbur post got it fair in the guts. And Will Donaghy missed a chance to kick what would have been his second goal of the game. You'd written that one down, Gecko, hadn't you?
Yeah. Look at Logan Martin here directing traffic. Robbie pointing, talking, setting him up really well behind the ball.
So Donaghy probably could have kept on running then, actually, and really nailed it. Oh, good mark by Casey George. Intercepts for Yakandanda. The kick in a hurry was brilliant. Finds Malachi Owers, who hands it off to McIntosh. Lowering kick. Champagne footy from Yakandanda. A beautiful kick from McIntosh. And here's big Dylan Nowak for his second goal. He'll line up directly in front.
One of the biggest things after today's game, boys, will be the coaches that play Yackandandah and Rutherglen next. They'll be able to watch this footage again and see the way Bonnet and co move the ball for Rutherglen in the same way that Mackenzie and Malachi and Ben McIntosh do as well.
So a big kick from Nowak is straight through the middle from Dylan Nowak. That's his second. Did not look like missing at all. And Yakandanda answer and extend the margin back out to 20 points, all thanks to the Goona Country Club. That's his second.
Beautiful delivery there by Benny McIntosh to the bloke that changed his name during the quarter there. Dylan Nowak, what a great kick. Straight through the middle.
What time was that again, Gecko, that time code?
3:02 PM, I'll never forget that. Scooter, over the pre-season, has Dylan played mainly up forward, do you know?
Yeah. The game against Holbrook at Lavey number 2 oval, he ran his butt off that night. I thought it was really good to see. And that high half forward, but today he's had the luxury of going a bit deeper.
Sorry, the margin's 22 points. 49 plays 27 for Jappo Donks.
So you were wrong too?
I was, yep.
At least you admit it. Owers beautifully out of the middle of the ground. Donaghy there hit him fair in the chest. He was under a bit of pressure though. Good work there by Mackenzie again. Geck, geez, I've loved the game of Casey George too today. He's just such a good ball mover and a user.
Every team needs one of him, one that can go to either end of the ground. I've seen him kick goals. I've seen him down back doing a job. So, yeah, really good actually. Last quarter, excellent.
Wagunda saw him kick 23 one day. They saw a bit of him. Good work there. Off half back here by Rutherglen by BLG. Oh, coming through hard. Well, now she's on here in the middle of the ground. Player's not happy with that, and there's a bit happening.
Martin straight back up, plays on.
It plays on, so here the advantage will play. The umpires will keep an eye on the blue. We'll watch the footy, and here he is. Big Dill Nowak. Takes the mark, 40 out, 45-degree angle.
Umpire Fitzpatrick needs to blow the whistle here and just get this going. The play's going on, just blow the whistle and get him out.
Still going on in the middle of the ground there, but Dill Nowak has a chance to kick his third goal of the quarter. Here he comes, kick on the way. Barnesy has a good look. Barnesy says, it's a goal! It's a goal! He had a long look at it. Few of the Rutherglen defenders look a little bit surprised, but he was right in a terrific position there to oversee it. So Nowak gets his third for the quarter in the game. And that is a big one there for Yakandanda. Now they'll take that lead out now to 55 to 27.
Who was that player that was crunched in the middle of the ground?
Logan Martin bounced straight back. He's just come off. Obviously they'll assess him, but it didn't look good to start with. But he's come straight off, and no, he's not even going to sit down, boys.
I think it might have been Michael Cooper that come the other way and absolutely buried him.
Well, he was swarmed by the Yak blokes. I couldn't see who it was. So
I hope I haven't gotten that wrong, but maybe it was. Anyway, back in the middle here. So Yakandanda have kicked the last couple of goals, and they extend that margin out to 28 points. 55 plays 27 for the Goona Country Club. TDFL Live, thanks to McRae Motors and Commercial Club Albury here in 2026. So what can Rutherglen do here against the wind, just to steady the ship and get a bit of ascendancy back? Game's getting away from them. And it's starting in the middle of the ground with Williams. Goes by hand. Left-footer Petrala left the football behind. Tanner was tackled high.
She's been a lot of high tackles today, hasn't there?
Yeah, I reckon it's a combination of players getting lower and also getting high. Bonnet, stubbed his toe. He hit the worm, the big earthworm in the grass there, and turn over. Yakandanda can get him on the rebound here. Mackenzie, left foot kick, back in towards the middle of the ground, finds Wall, who's had some good moments today. Wants to play on straight away. Centering inboard kick here, looking for Houston, who's been a bit quiet, has a bit of work to do. Up against Hatton, who's also been quiet. Hatton tackled. Umpire says, give it to me. Just outside attacking 50 from Yakandanda. They lead 55-27. Gecko, ball movement's been great for Yak this quarter.
Really good, really good. And it's the young blokes too. Malachi Owers, Liam Wall, really good. Ethan Petrala, not that you could class him as young anymore.
Your man, Liam Wall, he set up this shot on goal. Gecko, Donaghy's taken the grab. And it was Liam Wall with just a nice loose ball get. And it's just delivered to the danger spot.
Well, a kid like Liam Wall, they'd be looking for Liam to turn into a 150, 200 game Talanga League player for him, and he shows everything right now.
So Nick Donaghy has 1 goal this afternoon. Comes in now, he likes it. So does Barnesy, and they've got another goal, so they're really piling on the pressure here now. Yakandanda, they bring up their 4th goal of the quarter. They'll go along to 9-7. They lead Rutherglen 4-3, and this is starting to get out of hand, Scotty Fraser.
Yep. Well, you'd certainly hope that Yak could use this breeze, boys. If anything could happen in the 3rd quarter, if Rutherglen get on their bike and get a few quick goals, but certainly the ascendancy's with Yak. Round the grounds, boys, Thaguna 5-5-35 lead Chilton 1-9. Toddy Miller's kicked 3 for the Bulldogs.
So they've kicked 5 goals in this quarter. They've extended their 12-point quarter-time lead out to 34 as we speak. It's been all Yakandanda in their 2nd quarter for the Thaguna Country Club. Going to have a hit of golf there over the next couple of weeks. Beautiful over Easter. Here they go again. Leach to McIntosh. Bit of a mongrel-looking kick, and backs to lane G. The North Wangaratta boy on the siren. Clears lines for Rutherglen, and they've got a bit of work to do. At half-time for Bill Tilley, they trail 4-3-27. To Yakandanda, 9-7-61. 2 goals to Malachi Owers, Nick Donaghy, and 3 goals to Dylan Nowak on his debut for Yakandanda. We'll take a break here on 1494 2AY. I hope you're having a cracking Saturday afternoon. Stay with us. Panda, Robbie, Scooter, and Gecko will have the halftime show for Bill Tilley. It's TDFL Live, where you won't miss a thing.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Welcome back to TDFL Round 1 action as Yakandanda are in control over Rutherglen. 9-7-61 to Rutherglen 4-3-27. A 5-goal-to-1 quarter. It was a 12-point lead at quarter time. It's now a 34-point margin. And Yackandandah in control of this round 1 clash. Blake Panterescott with it. Robbie McKinlay. We got Brent Lillis, Gecko. We got Henry, our young work experience kid with us. Dougie Greschke on the camera. We've got the full setup here for round 1. As we have a beautiful day for footy. It was a really good contest in that opening quarter, Gecko, but wowee, Yackandandah really took control in that second term.
Opened them up a bit, didn't they? I think, Malachi Owers, Casey George, Nick Donaghy, and obviously Dylan Nowak had a real impact that quarter. Dylan Nowak with 3 goals in the second quarter, but yeah, I've loved Malachi Owers. In a way, he's really outshone guys like Ben McIntosh. So it's great to see his game go to another level. I remember him as a kid, Panda, with little back pocket plumber type player, and he's gone away, played some footy elsewhere, and come back, and he's a real integral part of that team now.
So he's a Yak boy.
He's a Yak boy. I think yes, as a young fella.
Yeah, went up
I'm
to
not sure
Merton for a bit.
I'm not sure he was born there. I know that that they are a family that have moved around a little bit, but he's been in Yak for a long time.
Yeah, and you said a great point there. Dylan Nowak really coming to the game. Sort of, he was trying to feel it out a bit, although the ball delivery wasn't great in that first quarter. But then he comes up and he kicks 3 goals, and he's a beautiful kick on goal too. He gets good distance, and a couple of strong marks, but 2 of them were just wonderful ball movement, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From outside the 50, and they used a couple of them with those centering kicks. They look up Benny McIntosh. When Benny Mac gets in his hand, he doesn't look at the goal straight away. He looks what options there, and he nailed him.
A couple other younger guys have had an impact that quarter, fellas. Sam McKenzie, Liam Wall as well.
Yep.
Both younger fellas, especially Liam. He'd only be 17, I think. But they certainly had a significant impact, and I just think Yak capitalised on the significant breeze that was going their way. And to be fair to Rutherglen, I think the breeze really did pick up that quarter, and you would hope for Rutherglen that it does continue and they get the opportunity to sort of peg that back this quarter.
Just looked like they need a few more charges in the engine room for my Rutherglen. It's Reed Bonnet, and then it's probably falling away a little bit. Matthew Tanner's been okay at times, but McIntosh has burned him on the return, Gecko. So it's Reed Bonnet. He needs a couple to come with him, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And definitely. I mean, you look up the pointy end of the ground. you've got young Charlie Beattie, and every time it's got into his hands or anywhere near him, Rutherglen looked really good, and he looks really dangerous, but they've just struggled to get it to him on a regular basis. Reed's been awesome. Geez, he's had his hands on the footy, I'm guessing close to 20 times. But and I'm sure if you asked him, he'd be a little bit disappointed with his execution right now. That one in the middle of that quarter where he was making his way into the forward line and kicked the ground, a little bit typical of his day in a sense. But
bit of fatigue too, I guess.
I'd say so.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
The other two, that block of midfielders, like we talk about Benny McIntosh a lot, but Geordie Eaton and Judah Hood through the midfield, they've been fantastic. They've had their hands on the ball a lot.
Ethan Petrala's been really
Petrala,
good.
another one. And Eaton's a left footer, Petrala's a left footer. And then if you look down back, Logan Martin, his role at centre half back, not only spoiling the ball, but you've picked him out so many times. His organisational skills,
Yeah, no, he's great, and he's another one that attracted some Ovens and Murray attention over the summer, and for reasons like that.
You can see why.
It's hard not to admire him when he gets cleaned up in the middle of the ground there and just bounces back. But as you rattle off these names here, you're working your way through Yak's list. Don't forget they've got 14 premiership players running around today. So that's still a really good team that home has done really well to reinvent. And I have no doubt they're going to cause some sort of frustration for the likes of Barney and Kiwa. Yeah.
Absolutely. I just find they have so many options going inside forward 50. I mean, we saw Nowak do nothing in the first quarter, but kicked 3 goals in 15 minutes in the second quarter. Donaghy looks like he's going to do something every time he gets the ball. Not to mention Malachi Owers has kicked 2 goals. He looks really dangerous. Ethan Roach has probably looked like a player that's missed a bit of footy, but I tell you what, he's going to have a really good year for Yackandandah. He's had a couple of moments. So they just got so many options down there, Gecko, and it's being a little bit overwhelming, I think, for Rutherglen.
Yeah, I mean, they're Yak's top 5 goal kickers from 2025. Nick Donaghy, Malachi Owers, Judah Hood, Ben McIntosh, Lockie McMillan, they're all playing today. And I think across those 5, they delivered 134 goals. So they, they're really impressive. And, they didn't have Ethan Roach last year, so he complements that forward line really nicely. And I think if you can get guys like Ethan Petrala, Liam Wall, they're going to kick a goal or 2 a week. That just takes their scoring capabilities to another level.
One of the highlights of the first half for mine, for Bill Tilley, halftime show was the goal on debut from young Flint Verhulst. Burst through a pack. He steadied beautifully from about 30 metres, Robbie, and kicked it straight through the big sticks. And he looks like the new age young fella. He's got the long hair, he's got the headband, bit of Harley Reid about him, and somebody that Reid Bonnet really spoke up pre-game. And he's shown a little bit today from limited opportunities.
Yeah, I like the way he moves.
Yep.
The goal he kicked, he was really good. He's just found a little bit of room in traffic. Charlie Beattie does the same thing as well for Rutherglen. And I think as they play more games, those boys, they'll do it once, twice, and they realise, oh, hang on, it's not as intimidating as I thought or as daunting as I thought. And what they'll do, they'll back their skills and they'll realise they're playing against probably maybe more experienced, but sometimes slower players. And that's their chance. If they can get the ball and explode, get off the mark, they can make their presence felt. And he did that really well. And if he looks back on, he can look at it and go, yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that a bit more. So, but they're definitely like Dylan Van Berlo out of that side, that rock there at centre back, or frame on the ball, frame up forward or whatever. It's really hurting him because Yak have worked out. I think they've got their system right, the way they bring the ball into that half forward line now, and they've done it a couple of times. They centre that ball, they square that ball, cross here and McIntosh, he reads the ball so well. So they're linking up, but as you said, was it 14 premiership players?
14 premiership players.
Well, if you've played together for that much, when you're playing together for so long, for maybe 3 or 4 years, you know each other's game so well, you know where everyone's going to move, and they know your habits, which way you're going to move if you've got the ball in your hand. So, yeah, it's an experienced side. They were a side that were disappointed last year, and they're keen to bounce back. And I've seen a lot of the experts and pundits have said, yes, there's a raffle ticket too, Pandits. You might want to check on that.
I didn't win the Red Gum Wood.
There we go. But and I can see why people have said, yes, I think they can finish in 3rd spot.
You do hope for Rutherglen that, the likes of Charlie Beattie and Flynn Verhulst get the opportunity to play with the likes of Marty Brennan and Dylan Van Berlo regularly. Those young boys have looked really good when they've had it in their hands, but you just haven't been able to get it to them quite enough. And they'll benefit a lot somehow Rutherglen can pry Marty out of Canada or wherever he is right now. So, but yeah, no, they got some really good kids, and look, the wind's going to go their way this quarter, and if it does keep up the way it's going now, they'll get the opportunity to peg it back. And look, I feel like we've talked over the last 5 minutes about how dominant Yak have been, but there's 5 goals in it, guys, so it's not massive, and Rutherglen can certainly make their way back.
They certainly can. I feel like Matthew Cooper's got to have a real impact in this third quarter. He's been a little bit quiet. He kicked 32 goals last year. He's been playing up in the Northern Territory for Pint, so he's been playing a little bit of footy, albeit he's only played the 4 games. But somebody that probably needs to have a bit of an impact in this third quarter, Gecko.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And again, probably an older head there, Panda, that they're looking to. You can see the younger brigade really working their backsides off and giving it everything they've got. But yeah, it probably need to share that load a little bit. So hopefully Cooper can have an impact. He'll be really important this quarter.
He certainly will. They just need to find their hands on the footy in the contest and then get it going a little bit their way. We might take a break. Halftime for Bill Tilley as Yackandandah are out nice and early. They run back out on the ground led by their captain, Benny McIntosh. That's it. Halftime show done and dusted. Third quarter for Wodonga MG on the other side of this. It's TDFL Live Round 1 action. Yackandandah leading Rutherglen.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
There's your ambience, Dougie.
Here comes the credit.
Thanks, mate.
I see. Third quarter.
Wiesner's, Walla and Wodonga, your local family-owned Massey, Ferguson and Fent dealer.
O&M Live on 2AY.
Players are heading to positions as we speak. Yakandanda well in control. This round one clash over Rutherglen, lead by 34 points off the back of a 5-goal second quarter. They led by 12 at quarter time. They lead by 34 points at the moment, 61-27. And it's a big third quarter for Rutherglen. Into the breeze this quarter, kicking to the town end, the Rutherglen end here in this third quarter at Barclay Park. About to get underway for Wodonga MG. Blake Panther-Escott with it. Robbie McKinlay, the OG of O&M Live. Gecko Brent Lillis, the Interleague winning coach of Tallangatta. And Scotty Scooter Fraser. You got some around the ground scores. Scoot for McRae Motors and Commercial Club Albury.
52 lead Dedarang Mount Beauty 30. At Chilton, Thaguna lead Chilton 34 to 15. Barnawatha 27, Keewar Sandy Creek 20. Beechworth 59 are leading Waggunya 15. 27 to 61 here, Rutherglen and Yackandandah, and Wodonga Saints 40, only 11 points behind Tallangatta.
Alrighty, so some close contests. Just to repeat that grand final rematch score if you can, Scoot.
27 to Barnawatha, 20 Keewar Sandy Creek.
And in Cricket Wodonga grand final, Robbie, what have you got for us?
Yeah, Tallangatta 8 for 160 and Wodonga 1 for 43 in reply off 8 overs.
Alrighty, so we're underway here in the third quarter for Albury Wodonga MG. McIntosh just as he started this game out of the middle again with a clearing kick. Wright's got two hands to it, got around two. Left foot kick to the top of the goal square. Asks a lot of Leachy. Well done down there in the fence. Working hard there for Rutherglen was, I'm not sure who that was. We'll come back to the great man because he did very, very well. Edmondson gets around traffic. It's been a bit quiet down the line. Good kick finds Tanner. So hugging the boundary line, Rutherglen lands this one on top of the old scoreboard. Cooper overruns the football and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
Boys, Jared Hatton started in the middle that quarter, so you'd imagine at half-time they've recognised that they've struggled to get their hands on the footy out of the guts, looking for a bit of experience, and Jared goes into the middle.
How you going with old mate over there, Panda?
Well, he hasn't turned his back Taft, once. Mate. There you go. It was Lucas Taft.
Tafty.
Both looking for him to turn his jumper, but he's done pretty well in defence there, young Tafty. It's good size, Scooter.
Yeah, he looks like someone would fill out in his early to mid-20s and be a bloody good footballer like his dad.
Petrala off half-back, kicks it to Benny McIntosh. He goes a little short chip up. In front, oh, he spilled at the last moment. Mackenzie over the footy. Good tackle, great tackle on Reed. And Reed Bonnet, that is, and the umpire says, give it to me. He's going to ball it up. Umpire Fitzpatrick. Been pretty good today, the boys. And in line or green, whatever you call that fluorescence.
It's a strange colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hard one to put a name on.
Especially when you're colourblind.
Yep. And Oysters Kilpatrick wants the free kick, but it's going to go to Tanner. So the Tanner boys have been prominent. Panda off half-back. Oh, sorry, it's Hats. Jeez. Take it away, Panda. I'm just going to refocus here.
Long down the line he goes. Tanner wants a free kick for holding the ball. Umpire says, give it to me. Edge of the centre square. What a day for footy, gents. Gets you pumped up for the whole season, doesn't it? As Williams just allowed to grab that one out of the ruck, get onto his left foot, pump it to half forward, finds the grass. Over the head of Donachie, but here's where Owers is dangerous. Oates did well. Willett knew he was going to get tackled. And he's beset upon by Lockie McMillan.
It's amazing how better your decision-making is when you're clean with the footy, and I think Yakandanda have certainly out-trumped Rutherglen in that aspect, and it's just helped their decision-making going forward.
Donaghy worried his opponent off the Sharon. He's tackled by two Rutherglen Cats. We have another ball up just outside attacking 50. No score in this third quarter for Jappo Donks. We have played 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sluggish start. Now that's the spirit
It's another high free kick for you, Robbie.
Been a lot of them. I'm not sure we're taking the numbers on them today. In fact, no, we're not. But Reed Bonnet, the man you pumped up yesterday on the phone, it's a nice kick too. Beautiful kick. Found Brad Anderson.
There's a free kick off the ball, Scoot. Do you know what for?
No, it was one of those 5-metre silly rules from the AFL.
So where's it ending up?
Inside
At half
the
forward,
zone
is it?
or whatever it is. Yeah, 50 metres. He didn't stand, apparently.
All right, Anderson's got it again. A low pumping kick into half forward. Beattie was there. A bit of support from Cooper. Beattie again, quick hands. Oh, Reed Bonnet's been tackled. The umpire says you caught with the ball. That was pretty hot. Didn't have a lot of time to execute an option. And a free kick's going to go the way. Half-back of Yackandandah. It might be Sammy McKenzie, who's really come into the game, Panda.
He has. Oh, Houston dropped a sitter, and now he's under pressure. I'm not sure he got a hand pass to it. McIntosh calm in a dangerous situation. Eases the tension for Yackandandah. There's Ferrugia. Short exiting kick. Finds McKenzie. Scooter ushers a few flies away down on the boundary. McKenzie goes out wide. Kick intercepted, and it's marked by Ben Fleming, the skipper of Rutherglen. Inboard kick. This is what they need to do a little bit more. Open up the corridor. Hatton, left foot, long bomb, inside forward 50. Beattie, front position, brought it to ground. Well done there by Griska. Rutherglen trying to lock this footy inside 50. Hood by hand, gets it back here. They work it out all right. Hood not able to impact this contest. It was a poor handball, and Rutherglen intercepted in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, Fleming's the man. Just one handball too many there from the Roos through the midfield. Was crying out for a long kick. Ferrugia. Handball, Casey George. He's normally pretty good for the footy. He finds young Wall. Gee, he's been good today, Scoot. Love the work.
He's really finding his spot out there, isn't he? Running really hard.
Petrala, no extras come onto the ground. There's no one on him. He's ran inside forward 50. Leach will compete for this one. Might fall the way of Noack still. He's just getting closer and closer to the contest. He got his hand on it. Couldn't hold on to it. Good work there by BLG. Knocks it towards the boundary line, and that's where it's going to be. Out over the boundary line. Fling it back in, young man. 50 out from the Rutherglen goal.
I'll tell you what, Gecko, I reckon Baxter-Lane G looked over his shoulder and went, I'm going to have to shepherd Big Noack in. I don't want to do it.
He stands out, doesn't he? The bald scone and the big Mustaka.
BLG, I like it. Leachy diving on hands and knees. Snap from Judah Hood. Hits the point post, and it's out of bounds on the foot.
You watch Yak hustle here behind the ball to try and make sure they've got someone free, and you'll hear a lot of talk from guys like Liam, and it's Sam McIntosh that found himself free here.
Not sure what that effort was there from McMillan, who tried to impact the football. Did well at ground level, though, Lockie McMillan. McKenzie to Baxter-Lane. Scooter's going to get a Jabbo Donks disposal. Jabbo Donks, proud supporters of TDFL footy, helping Scooter. Beautiful kick from McMillan. Malachi has dropped the chest mark, and it's a free kick here to Malachi. Scooter.
Yeah, the front on contact was what it was for.
Inboard towards McMillan. Pushing up from defence. It's a tight shot here, tight up against the boundary. He's 35 out, Gecko. You're backing him in?
I do back Lockie in. I actually feel like he's better from this type of angle than what he is at the top of the square.
All right, so Gecko's backed him in. You've got a perfect shot here from Dougie Greshke and Luke from Wangaratta Computers on the live stream. Kicking to the town end of Rutherglen to extend the margin out to 40 points. Left foot kick, starts it out to the left. He sold you up the river, Gecko.
Yes,
it's punched over the line for a minor score. The margin at 35 points.
Dave would have kicked it.
Dave would have, no worries at all.
Richard,
never.
Even Linda. Yeah. Thanks, Locke. All right, it's going to be Chris Willett. He's going to bring it back into play. And he's going to have a bit of a red scone, I reckon, tomorrow morning. Chrissy Willett.
He's got the SPF 70 plus on, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon he has too, mate. Taft drives the ball towards Oysters. And Williams, Kilpatrick, palmed it. Ball comes away now with George. Casey George, good kick. Inside forward 50, tight angle. Judah Hood is in a similar position that Lockie McMillan was. He decides to go long. McMillan might go for mark of the year here. Oh, it was an extraordinary attempt, and that is a classic case of where ambition collides with reality and capability at times too, Panda.
Oh, Baxter Lane, geez, kicked it into his teammate who wasn't watching right in his back. Extraordinary. It might end up at a Yakandanda goal. Nowak's been knocked over on his ass.
BLG sat him on his ass.
He sat him right on his bum. One of the great shepherds.
I think he was trying really hard to make amends for kicking the ball really hard into the back of Taft's head then, but that was quite funny.
When I put my head on my pillow tonight, I'm going to recap that 30 seconds I just saw. That was brilliant TDFL footy, and Nowak will line up for goal number 4.
I think Rutherglen need Lucas Taft to have a HIA after that.
Kicked into the back of his melon, and Nowak hangs this one out to the right, and it's through for a minor score. The margin extends out to 36 points, and Baxter Lane G would like that moment again.
It's March, isn't it?
It is.
Anything can happen in March.
Right now, Rutherglen don't look like they're going to capitalise on this breeze that's going their way. So hopefully they can start getting their hands on the footy a little bit here.
Yeah, it's been parked in the Yak half-forward line for the last 5 minutes.
Oh,
that
was
kick's
touched.
dangerous. It was touched, was a plot call. Good call from you, Panda. Reed Bonnet, here's a chance for him. Can they get something going? Jimmy Tanner. Oh, handball wasn't great. Intercept again, Petrala. They're out everywhere here, Yakandanda. They might lob a handball over the top. They will. Jimmy O'Connell, he'll go inside forward 50, sees his options, and there he is again. Dylan Nowak. And I tell you what, that change of name, Scooter, hasn't hurt him. He has not got the footy out of his hands.
Yeah, I think his brother Aiden's watching on. Hope he kicks this one like he has the last couple.
Well, 4:35 out, maybe 40. And he's about 10 metres in from the boundary line. He has 3 goals, 1. He kicks it nice and high. Umpire Barnes has a look at it and decides it's missing to the left-hand side. 1 behind, so Nowak with 2 behinds in this quarter. And Yakandanda has just stretched that lead now. It is 64 to 27. We've gone almost 10 minutes, Panda, for Albury Wodonga MG.
Hey, Scoot, I reckon that breeze has completely dropped off.
There's nothing where I am, boys, which is not far from you, but yeah, looks to be nothing, and the trees the other side of the ground.
Yep. So it always happens when you want the breeze, it just dies in the you-know-what. The umpires are converging here right in front of our commentary position. They're just going to check whether this may have went out of bounds on the full. So the Yakandanda club boundary umpire says, I got no idea, and I'm going to throw it in. Good on you, young man. Yep. He could have been biased, but he didn't.
Good on him.
And the margin's at 37 points for Albury Wodonga MG, McRae Motors and Commercial Club Albury. TDFL round 1 action. Judah Hood fighting on hands and knees. He was tackled by about 3 Rutherglen opponents who are all saying that should have been holding the ball. I do tend to agree. The umpire didn't. Leachy. Down to Reed Bonnet with a clearance for Rutherglen. Beattie comes up and meets the footy. Can they make something of this? Robbie McKinlay onto Peters.
Jet Peters kicks. Oh, it's going to be a free kick go away of Yakandanda here. And that'll be Billy Griska. It's a little bit undisciplined, that one. Now they'll move it through the midfield here. Benny McIntosh has a bounce. Drives it long. Ball might go out the back here. Oates did okay. He got Donaghy out of the road. Here's McMillan under the ball. Donaghy through 1, through 2. Handball back here to Geordie Eaton. Great tackle. Gee, that's a good tackle from Brendan Morris. Yeah. Wins the free kick at half-back. Sees an option centre wing and he pumps it long. Cooper flew high, couldn't make it. At ground level here. Chance here for Plummer. Gives it back to Cooper. And they're away they go here, Panda.
They are. Inboard kicks a good one. Finds Holmes. Big jack in the middle of the ground. Just waits for his team to run forward. If he can get it out to Edmondson, he's just floated forward on the broadcast side. Look for his teammate there in Beattie, but in the end, Plummer marked. He's just probably too far out to score. He's going to kick into the pocket. Lead comes. Down there's Tanner. Gets out the back. Tried to grab the footy. Jared Hatton, left foot snap. It's a goal. Hard work once again, but it comes off for Rutherglen and Hatsy. And boy, oh boy, Gecko, did they need that one?
Oh, certainly did. So Jared has gone from full back into the middle and now forward. So they're really trying to manufacture something here to their credit. They haven't had it in their forward line much, but Hatton was able to put that one through the sticks. But again, Rutherglen moving the footy quickly. They just seem to look a lot better when they do that.
Does good snap. Jared Hatton brings the margin back to 31 points. It's 64 to 33. 12 and a half minutes gone in favour of Yakandanda for McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. And that is Rutherglen's first goal since Beattie kicked one at the 18-minute mark of the second term. So badly needed.
Yep.
Indeed was that one.
Reed Bonnet just continues to be prolific, finding the footy over and over. And he, in the last 10 minutes, he's hit the target continuously. So hopefully he keeps up that way.
Plummer's had a couple of good moments too, just to get the ball forward for him.
He has indeed, Panda. Now McIntosh kicks the ball off the ground. Good work off half back. Handball ends up with Chris Willett. It came from Benny Fleming. Morris is involved. Here's that man again, Reed Bonnet. Dishes a handball out the back to Sam Edmondson. Gets it back to Fleming. Fleming kicks it to centre wing, and good grab by Casey George. Played on immediately. Founds I was in the centre of the ground, Panda. They can set it up from here.
They can. Chipping kicks a beauty. Finds Judah Hood. Switches the football. It hangs a long time up in the air. Ned Sproul dropped the mark. McIntosh, always so calm. Back to his teammate, lowering kick here. Looking towards James O'Connell, fighting on hands and knees. Rutherglen approach him. Bonnet applies a tackle on McMillan, I think, and it's a free kick to Yackandandah for another high.
Yes.
So Lockie McMillan, too far out to score. Lead comes from Donachie. That's where the ball goes. Donachie marks. No, he dropped a mark he probably should have taken in the end. I called it too early, but he gathered beautifully, lowering his eyes, looking for a teammate. Picked up by Wall. Kick on the way is just out to the right-hand side. And it's through for 1 minus score. Yakandanda 9-11-65 to Rutherglen 5-3-33. Margin back out to 32 points. Scooter Fraser down on the boundary.
Just having a look, Flynn Verhulster's really had some cramp problems the last few minutes, boys, and not one of the ones that they want to get cramps. Being a young fellow and they need those legs, we'll keep an eye on him.
Scoot, I was just going to ask about that, and I'll ask Gecko about it in a minute, about how they might be able to get young
There's a free kick off the ball here. It's against McIntosh for an off-the-ball push to Peters.
There you go. Good spot up, Panda, but how they might be able to get the young fella into the game a little bit more, but if he's cramping, that could be awkward. Peters, it's not a great kick. Petrola came off the bench and thought, hello, Easter Bunnies arrived early. Here's a kick into half forward. The mark's taken by Donaghy. Ethan Roach, who's starting to find a little bit of timing. It's a beautiful kick, and this man who's got the footy is a beautiful kick for goal.
Just needed that one-on-one there with Tory Oates and Donners. You know, finally to get a bit of delivery, and Donners was just that little bit too tall and a bit strong, kept him under the ball.
When Yak seemed to change angles, and whether it be a full switch of play or a slight change of angle, Rutherglen just seemed to lose all structure behind the footy.
And Donaghy, that's a beautiful... He's called to the point.
Oh,
there you go. So I thought
he's got the guilt.
I think it curved after the post.
It might have too, because he's in the good spot there, Scooter. That's a great spot. So Donaghy just missing to the right-hand side there. So Nick Donaghy now has 2 goals too this afternoon, and Yakandanda extend the lead now, 66-33.
That they do for Albury-Wodonga MG here in this third quarter. Great supporters of TDFL football, as Robbie will chase a cricket Albury-Wodonga update for you in the grand final. Kick down the line, Leach, big Zachary stands in the hole, marks on centre wing. He's going to pump it back inside for Yakandanda. Doing some work down there was Nowak, good body work. Owers is going to run in and kick 3. Malachi picks it up, he was super clean in the stoppage and jams home a Bill Tilley goal today for Yakandanda, and that margin blows out to 39 points.
Panda, the Yak have really tried to avoid having both Liam Williams and Zach Leach on the ground at the same time, but they've sort of changed their structure here. We've got Liam in the middle, Zach's gone forward with Dylan Nowak as well. So they've gone real top heavy here, but I love Liam Williams in the middle. It'll be interesting to see how Zach and Dylan Nowak, the 2 big boys up forward, can work together.
Round the grounds, boys, the grand final replay. Barna Watha 6-6-42, lead Kiwa Sandy Creek 3-2-20. 2 goals to Jared Farwell and Josh Spence.
Well, I don't operate in replays in real time here. Grand final cricket Albury-Wodonga. Tangana made 8 for 160. In reply, Wodonga have lost their second wicket, 2 for 59. So needing 102 more runs, 8 wickets in hand. Their run rate is quite healthy. Those runs have come off just 12 overs. So Rutherglen go forward, good kick there. In forward by James Tanner. Over the back it goes. It beats all. And see Reed Bonnet's down there having a rest down forward, Geck. I can see why, because he's been so active in the midfield.
Oh, he has, yeah, he has. You mentioned young Flynn cramping before. I've just seen Charlie Beattie cramping, and then Tyler's had to go forward as well to give himself a bit of a rest.
Geez, we've seen it even AFL level. There's been a lot of cramping going on too, but that's why you play footy in March, Panda. It's dry. You can get these warm conditions. Thanks very much, Panda. I appreciate you back up on that one. It's fantastic. That's why we work so well together as a team. But Panda had other things on his mind. And it's a mark taken here by James Tanner. And reward yourself, young fella, with a goal here.
Oh, he needs to. They've had to work really, really hard for this. Yeah, you know what I'd love to see, Robbie? I'd love to see him try something different here and get Charlie Beattie or young Flynn in the forward 50 on their own. So get everyone up. They need to really try something different. They're just holding on, and this goal's important.
Tanner from 44 metres. He's got a good purchase on it, but he's pushed it to the left-hand side. Minor score. So 5-4-34, Rutherglen. Yackandandah 10-12-72. We've gone 18.5 minutes for McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. You got anything for me, Scoop?
At Thaguna, mate, the Wodonga Saints have kicked 5 goals to 1 in the third quarter to lead 11-5-71 against Tallangata 8-10-58.
There's Oysters. Kilpatrick.
He's been all right, hasn't he?
Sprinkling a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on that one. And he's marked at half back. He's going to load up once again. They need something here, Rutherglen. They trail by 38 points. Roving this pack here was Tanner. Wasn't able to sit for him. And Yakandanda with numbers. A beautiful hand pass there from O'Connell. Onto the running man, Malachi Owers, who's kicked 3 goals. Sends the ball out to the far side of Barclay Park. Running after this football was Wall. And is happy to get a stoppage in a half-forward position from Yakandanda and Gecko. That ball movement from half-back to half-forward was so quick for Rutherglen to defend.
Yeah, out on the open side of the ground. It just looks really dangerous. Just a skill error cost them there. Otherwise, I think Rutherglen were in a bit of trouble.
I'll tell you what, Geck, if there was interleague football happening and Malachi Owers would be on your blackboard very early days.
One pointer too, Robbie.
Yes.
If that concept was going to happen again, Malachi would be right up the top of there.
Anyway, you can hang your hat on as long as you like, mate. If they don't get back on the track, you can be the defending interleague coach for a long, long time.
Yeah. Well,
we don't want that. We want to be back in play.
We do.
Short handball, brilliant. Can the young fella know one? You betcha. Wall gets a goal. Liam Wall, he kicked a couple of behinds earlier in the game, and he celebrates a goal, and he's going to come off the bench, and he'll get some nice applause, I reckon, from the Yakandanda faithful here. Nice moment.
He's not got Judah Hood coming off, Robbie, but Wally's out there.
Wally kicked the goal. That's the main thing.
I spoke to his dad at half time, and he said, all I want my young fella to do is just run. Even if you're not rewarded for it, just run. There he was, running at the front of the pack. Beautiful, clean disposal and straight through the middle.
Well, he deserved that one, Scoot. He's done a lot of good lead-up work there. And that lead now is out to 78-34, Panda. And
that's 44 points by my calculation, Robbie.
Well done. Your maths are a lot better than Angus McLeod's.
Yep, that's not hard, to be really fair to our man Angus.
His English is fantastic, but his maths needs work.
A ball up in the middle of the ground.
And spent a lot on his education.
Yeah, private school boy.
Yeah.
Thaguna have just kicked their 8th goal, boys. 8-5-53 lead Chilton 1-10-16.
All thanks to McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. O'Connell high up and under. Donaghy playing in front. Tried to claim the mark, but his tackle on Oates has been deemed without the football. And a free kick to Rutherglen. I'm not sure about that. I reckon Oatesy actually dropped that pill.
And Robbie, Johnny Spencer took the field for Chilton.
There we go. So Oates goes back deep in defence to Willett. Doing a lot of defending here at the moment, Rutherglen Gecko.
23 scoring shots to 9, Panda. 12 points to Yakandanda. You probably feel like a large portion of those have been rushed, but it's certainly been dominant by Yak.
It certainly has. Well in control of this round 1 contest. They started their premiership defence last year poorly, and just looks like they're eager to make amends for that early stages here. McIntosh, good position, tried to play on, got a handball away in a hurry. Rutherglen defence coming in numbers, they win it back. Kick into the middle of the ground, looking for a teammate. Tanner, can he run onto it with some wheels? James Tanner kicks to a vacant goal square. Will he get the right bounce? It stops, and it goes through for a minor score. A vacant goal square was open for James Tanner. A good bit of play, but not the right option there, and it's through from on the margin back to 33 points. 35-78, Yakandanda lead for Wodonga MG.
Razor Ray Ferrugia finds Jimmy O'Connell. He chips the ball across to Benny McIntosh. Here he is again. Owers, geez, he's had a bit of the footy so far. Nice kick too. Finds the classy left footer. Look at that kick, Panda, by Geordie Eaton. Straight to a Rutherglen bloke. No, it's all good. Willett over the back there. There's Chris Willie's handball didn't find anyone. Lockie McMillan swoops, weighs up his options, unselfishly squares the ball beautifully for a Macrae Motors Commercial Club Player of the Day contender to our man Malachi Owers.
Hey Scoot, Sammy Edmondson looks like he can't even move right in front of us at the moment, limping on his right leg.
Yeah, he was one of the ones in that down forward had the cramps, so maybe it's got the better of him and he can't keep going.
Looking for
grimacing.
Looking for goal number 4 from Malachi Owers.
He started that chain of play, two boys down deep in Yak's defence. So he's a hard worker, skillful, and finds the footy a hell of a lot, probably on the back of his work ethic.
Massive find here. Oh, look at that kick too. That is just a beautiful kick of the football, the way he did that, the follow through. You can hear the noise off the boot, and that is a sign of a beautiful kick of LeSharon. He gets number 4, Scoot.
And he gave Tanner the tally.
He
just
did,
pointed
he really?
to him.
I don't mind that
either. He
either.
ticked them off, 1, 2, 3, 4, he said.
1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think I'm playing for? 12-12-84, Panda. 5-5-35.
Yep.
Rutherglen, that's a 49-point lead.
He did what, remember Geordie Lewis did that to some player from Melbourne Demons? There's a photo of him holding up the old 4 fingers.
Yep.
Maybe he's a Melbourne supporter as our man Malachi Owers. Following in the footsteps of Geordie Lewis. All right, so well in control. They're running away with it here are the Roos. 49 points the margin for Albredonga MG. Hatton's gone in the middle of the ground. Kilpatrick, his hand pass intercepted, and they are running all over the ground here. Yakandanda. Benny McIntosh feigned to give it a hand pass. He went all the way himself and kicks a Bill Tilley goal today. That's why he's a 4-time B&F winner, is Benny McIntosh. Classy finish, went himself, Scooter, and he loved that one.
He's one of the most awkward-looking bouncers of the football. He looks like he doesn't want to do it, but really good result there. He runs his guts out week in and week out, and what a clearance. A centre clearance, an inside 50, and gets a goal from it. Absolutely fantastic. And a good shepherd in the goal square by Liam Wall as well.
Yes, you could hear the Yackandandah bench applauding the effort of young Worley there, Geck.
Oh, he's just been really impressive, hasn't he, for a young fella today? But, you know, you look at young Flynn, Verhurst over at Rutherglen, you know, the challenge of playing in a side that's a little bit off the mark as opposed to Yackandandah, where you've got a lot of experience and they've got a lot of ball in their hand.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to turn into, he'll be a nice size too, Liam Wall. He's made a good start today. Leach, who hasn't had to do a lot today. Coming through hard there was Caleb Anderson. He got spat out the back. Here's McIntosh again. Oh, delightful handball over the top to Lockie McMillan. The left foot penetrating kick finds Donaghy. It just burst into his chest. On his own, Geordie Eaton marks 20 out from goal directly in front. Yakandanda are putting on a clinic here at the moment. This is sensational footy, Geck.
Yeah, look, Lockie McMillan, he's got great footy IQ. You can see you can see his mind ticking over when he's got the ball in his hands. Probably the knock on him would be that he doesn't get it enough. You know, 10, 12 times a game. You'd love to see a guy like Lockie that's got it 18 times a game.
Well, here's Geordie Eaton. He's a beautiful field kick. Let's see what he's like in front of the big 6. 20 metres out, not a problem. He bangs it through. He does. Barnesy gives the all clear. And the 14th goal comes up, 14-12-96. Yakandanda, Rutherglen 5-5-35. It's third quarter action for Albury-Wodonga MG. This is good footy to watch, Scooter Fraser.
It is good footy. We've just got a text message from over in the west.
Oh, hello.
Western Australia.
Great commentary,
Well, won't be Dennis
boys,
Cometti.
watching from the west. It must be the number 3 jumper that I gave Malachi Owers. Yui Jarrett listening along, watching along. And
hopefully he's bunkering down. There's a cyclone over there, isn't there?
He won't be
he's
moved.
a cyclone himself.
That he is.
Scooter, Yui's jumper would have looked like a circus tent on Malachi. So it's definitely not the same jumper.
Special
Very
comments
good, Gecky.
from Bill from Gecko. All thanks to Bill Tilley. A good hand pass from Benny McIntosh, who's had the ball on a string this quarter. Here's Brandon Morris, had to get his kick away in a hurry. Left foot lands on the wing. Plummer onto Oysters Kilpatrick. His kick is going to float towards Tanner, who didn't really want that pill. Peters onto Verhorst. who's going to pump a floating mongrel inside forward 50. Defence there from Yackandandah holding up Brantley. Here's O'Connell. Right foot kicks delightful down the line, finds Geordie Eaton. And what Rutherglen are getting here, Robbie, is a pretty good lesson on how a good football side moves the pilt and runs for each other.
That's a good call, mate.
And the third quarter comes to an end for Wodonga MG, a dominating one for Yackandandah. They banged on 5 goals to just 1, and the margin sits at 61 points, and they're going to run away with the 4 points here in round 1. Yackandandah well in control. TDFL live from Macrae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. 3-quarter time where you won't miss a thing.
JJ's The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Three-quarter time here at Barclay Park in Rutherglen, and Yackandandah look like they had this one sewn up already. They led by 61 points, 14-12, 96 over Rutherglen at 5-5-35, so 26 scoring shots to 10. It's been a domination since about halfway through the first quarter, it's fair to say. Blake Panderescott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Brent Lillis, Gecko, and Scotty Scooter Fraser as well, all thanks to the McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. Scooter, which huddle did you float to? You look like you're coming back from the Rutherglen one.
Yeah, had to listen to Reid Bonnet. Basically said, geez, boys, we got a little bit of a lesson there, didn't we? Yeah, didn't like the way that the Yak boys got it on the outside so easily, which at the same time, Homer come in and said, boys, that was 7 years worth of handball receives there. And basically that's what he wanted. Get on the outside when you can, get the really good delivery out there, and those handballs got into space, got the ball going forward, and the scoreboard does the rest.
Scooter, what are the dynamics with Rutherglen with regards to Reid and Dylan? How do they share the coaching duties?
Well, I noticed at quarter time, Dylan did the talking, and at half time as they went in, Reid was pretty vocal, and then Reid did all the talking then. So I don't know whether it's, it might have been a bit reactionary that Reid's on the ground and sees a bit more, so he was talking then, or it might be just structured that maybe Dylan does that and then talks inside at half time.
So the fourth quarter is about to get underway here at Barclay Park, all thanks to Burger Ag Attachments, proud sponsors of the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL, the crew of Burger Ag Attachments.
What do they hang their hat on?
Agricultural,
yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, that's fair
Our man Scotty would know all about that.
Yeah.
Scooter Fraser.
Burger Ag.
Ag Attachments.
Gus gets into me because I said burger once.
Burger.
But, yeah, Adam Fendick, the Fendick family in Wangaratta, the business is.
Good family, mate.
So we're underway here in the fourth quarter for Burger Ag Attachments.
Guess who got it? Malakaio is straight out of the guts, kicks it long, play on to call. Good decision too. McIntosh over the footy. He's got a great habit of getting early football at the start of a quarter. Pressure was excellent there by Judah Hood, and they're going to lock it down, and they have done that so well today. If they haven't won the footy, they've been happy to lock it down. They set up so well around the ball. Logan Martin, he's been a big key player there at centre-half back today. He set them up superbly.
Scotty, really quickly, give us the closest other game of the round if you got us for us.
Come on, Scoot.
Sorry, I'll get there. I was just reading.
Well, you cut in when you're ready there,
Huey
Scoot.
Jarrett said, yep, fair play, Gecko, you got me.
Yeah. Big cheerio to Huey. Hope he's enjoying the West.
Farnawatha 42, lead Kiwa Sandy Creek 36.
Here's young Wall. Can he get his second? He breaks one tackle. No, he doesn't, but he's good enough to get his handball out. Leachy just had a bit of issue with that ground ball. Wall went in again. Now they break here. Rutherglen off half back. Kicks a low scrubber. This might be the chance for Cooper. He needs to get a good tackle. He can't. Good work there by Razor Ray Ferrugia. Good kick in half forward. James Tanner. It's rolling. Got plenty of numbers back. Gus Sinclair says, I'll just go on the right foot here. The bounce will be critical. It's okay. Houston, there's trouble. Just palmed it in the way. Good work. Here's a chance for the Rutherglen boys. They just need to get a nice little chipper. It'll be downfield. Good call there, Panda.
Yep.
And Edmondson, Sammy Edmondson, will have a shot for gold. 40 out directly in front.
The tackle was just a little bit overzealous, wasn't it, Gecko?
Yeah, it was, definitely wasn't. It was the free kick was warranted. Since quarter time, Rutherglen have really had to work for any shot on goal or any score, and this one here is just typical of I guess, how they've had to score today, and they've had to fight for everything. So hopefully Edmund puts this one through and helps the scoreboard along the way.
From 40, he hasn't got a good piece of it, and they'll just easily defend that through for a rush behind.
Just getting outside of 50 there before Robbie, just that kick from Sinclair just created a problem for Houston.
Yep. Oh, good one.
I could see the smirk on his face.
Yeah, you were laughing before you delivered that.
10 metres away. He loves his work. Now he's hiding over there, Scooter. I think he's just realised what he's done.
Good work, Scoot. Take it away, Panda. Scoreboard check. 96 to 36. Yakandanda lead Rutherglen.
That is an even 10 goals. Benny McIntosh. I'd love to know how many touches he's had today, Gecko. I'm going to say anywhere from 27 to 30.
Yep, and hardly missed a target, Panda.
He's been pretty solid. Here's Casey George, Robbie's man at half-back.
Yeah.
Goes to Petrala, who's been really good today for Yakandanda. Kick was touched. Might work out all right here, though, for Martin, who's under pressure. Good tackle by Anderson. And he wins the free kick for Rutherglen right in front of our commentary position. True centre wing in front of the Yak bench. is Caleb Anderson.
Matty Tanner just having words with the umpire there. There's no win situation there.
No, there's only one winner.
Yep.
Reed Bonnet has the footy.
How many possessions for him?
I'd
In the
say
30s?
In the 30s, yeah. He's had a lot of the pill, Reed Bonnet. Sits this one up to half forward. Charlie Beatty got a run and jump. Wasn't able to bring it down. Well done there by Razor Ray Ferrugia. Martin onto big Zachy Leach. And Jared Hatton tackles Leachy with a smile. There's our man Hatsy. And there's a laugh you heard for our effects mic as well. A boundary throw in, 55 around. Sorry, a ball up 55 around from the Rutherglen goal.
Yeah, big Leachy is call it a second effort. Now he's got to take the boundary throw in.
I don't know whether Hats tackled him or whether it was a hug. Boys.
A bit of both, I reckon.
Yeah.
Jack Holmes is about to experience, it's going to be BLG. He's going to take on Leachy. Gives him a little shove in the back. Yep, he did. Leachy's going to win himself a free kick. And if you're hanging around Zach Leach at the moment, I say there's a fair chance of handballs on. Reed Bonnet's all over that. Leachy's just going to thump this down the line off the left foot. Missed mark there by Holmes. He butters up. Great tackle by Donaghy. Reed Bonnet. Short handball to the youngster. Oh, he just got one up the rib cage. Wasn't nothing fierce, but you don't give him a chance. Just let him go, I suppose. Look, I don't think World War III's going to start panning. The ball goes inside forward 50 for Rutherglen.
Not a great kick from Cooper. Look away hand pass there from Billy Griska to his teammate. Good clearing kick out to the far side. The switch is effective. Here's Scooter's man Houston. Pops it over the top to Benny McIntosh. I'm not sure how the best player on the ground can have that much space because he's taken 2 bounces. Take another one, Benny. He decides not to. Pops it over the top to the running man, McKenzie. This is all a little bit too easy here for Yak. McKenzie gets it back. He can fire on goal if he wants. Kick into the pocket looking for Nowak. In fact, it's Williams. Big Williams, the big ruckman resting forward. Once again, that ball movement was a little too easy, Gecko, for Yak.
Yeah, again, changing angles, and I've felt all day that Rutherglen have struggled behind the footy when structurally, when angles have changed, gaps open up, and guys like Liam have been able to lead into it. The other thing that caught my eye, a couple of stoppages in front of us, we've talked about Malachi Owers a lot. He gets the footy just because he works hard. So at a stoppage, boundary throw-in.
Liam Williams hangs it out to the left. I'm not sure it comes back enough.
He works really, really hard, and he's either blocking for a teammate or getting into a hit zone for a ruckman.
So I'm fascinated to see what Scott Fraser does after the game here when he goes for his best player on the ground here. He's had an affinity with Betty Mack.
Berta Ag Attachment scoreboard, 97 to 36. Yak well in control, Robbie.
He likes Benny Mack's one of his favourite players, and that's fair enough too. But Malachi Owers surely is going to make Scott Fraser consider all options. But we stay out of that. It's not us to call Panda, is it?
No.
It's not in our lane.
This is where the pressure mounts from the commentators, though.
And he's perusing over it now. Ball up he goes. Billy Griska, was it? It was. Billy, the only thing he didn't have on him was a saddle.
He could have been of a spoil.
Oh, could have been at the Myrtleford Rodeo the way he went up there.
The Wang Rodeo's on next Good Friday, Ross.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why
pop
Good
down
Friday?
I'm not sure.
It's extraordinary.
Needs to be something on him, Wayne.
Leachy just punches out of bounds. Well, Leachy, the bad news for you, mate. You're going to have to go again here. Here's Lockie McMillan looking very fatigued as he runs over the boundary line.
Not of approval there.
Not sure how his pre-season's been. And the ball comes back into play. Take it away, Panda.
Big Leachy just wanders his way to the front of that contest. Grabs it out of the ruck. Geordie Eaton's been really clean, and he was on that occasion. To McIntosh, over to Petrala, wants his left foot, gets his head ripped off, goes by hand to Lockie McMillan, right side for a left footer. Careful kick to McIntosh, who just keeps running and gets around Oates with ease. Goes by hand here to Nick Donaghy, who centres the ball brilliantly. Look at that kick to Williams from Nick Donaghy. Brilliant play from this stoppage all the way down the ground. Scooter, Homer would be happy with that.
Yeah, it just looks like they're having a little bit of fun there. Geordie Eaton, beautiful contest right here in front of us, kept the ball moving, and then just a series of those outside handballs and beautiful movement up to Benny McIntosh on a Donaghy, and in beautiful direct kick right out in front.
So Liam Williams, who's already had a sider, will kick from directly in front. This time it's not as good. It's for a minor score. Our man Williams, unfortunately no good. He's kicked 2 behinds this quarter, but the margin is at a healthy 62 points in favour of Yakandanda on the Berda Ag Attachment scoreboard.
Is he a surprise find, boys, Liam Williams, for what the role he's going to play here while Zach Leach finds his fitness?
Oh, for me, a couple of years ago, I thought Homer really found a role for him. I remember him as a young fella. He was a battler, and I don't think Liam would mind me saying that. But he's we've all sat here and watched him play today. He's not an outstanding athlete or anything like that. But as far as the role that he plays in the ruck, and then he's gone up forward and had an impact, fantastic.
They've looked really good around the ball, haven't they, with him in the ruck?
Oh, I agree. Did he played quite a bit of seconds footy, has he?
A lot at
I'm sure he won the league BNF 3 years ago.
Yeah, I remember at Sandy Creek, seen him on grand final day. He's just one of those, you don't forget these. He's got that interesting gait about him, but good on him. It's just showing, and that's a great credit to the coaching staff and the people around him at Yak. They found a handy contributor. Anyway, that's enough about you, Willow. Your head will be blowing out of your head. Here's Owers. Clever tap. Coming through there was Fleming, the skipper for Rutherglen. He's not going to ping him, is he? Oh, no, I think he said, give it to me, Panda. Just hold your ammo there, Panda. Was it a very well
thought he was
adjudicated?
tripped originally, but that's why I'm blind. And I picked my binoculars up. Bonnets around this footy. Clearing high up and under from Rutherglen. Paul Anderson's got 2 to beat. One of those being Geordie Eaton. Gathers the ball at ground level. Hand pass over the top towards McMillan. Bonnet wanted to go with the soccer off the ground on centre wing. It's picked up by Tanner. Swings it around his boot. Ferrugia does well to edge Cooper outside the footy. Good kick from Houston onto McIntosh. Up to probably 35 now. Goes short here to Judah Hood. Edge of the centre square. Centre board kick. Good work, Morris. Edging Malachi Owers under the footy, and he takes an intercept mark here for Rutherglen, who trail 5-6-36 to Yak 14-14-98. All that happening on the Burda Ag Attachment scoreboard. We've played a little over 10 minutes for Jappo Tonks. Robbie?
Yeah, you just look at Benny McIntosh there, Geck, and I'm not sure if they've got anyone who could just run with him at the moment, particularly this stage of the game, so he's just got a free rein.
Yeah, he has, but at the same time, geez, he'd be a nightmare to try and tag. Like, there's not many that run harder than him. But you look across the ground, they've just got even contributors everywhere. They have a couple of stars, but Geordie Eaton, guys.
Yeah, tell me about him. So where's he come from this year, Scoot? Geordie Eaton?
He came from Beechworth, what's his third year now?
Yep. Yeah, nice player, really finding his feet. Here's Morris, who's had a good contribution today. Brendan Morris, Panda, you're very impressed by the way his physique and the way he's presented himself to start this season.
Absolutely. Put in the work, you can clearly see.
Yep. Kick wasn't great there. And young Sprowley. He's going to send it back into the middle of the ground. Panda, it's not bad to big Leachy.
Leachy marks. Good turn of foot from Leachy as well. Bit of a mongrel old kick. In fact, it was intercepted by Angus Williams for Rutherglen. Clearing kick on centre wing. Cooper got his hands to it and wasn't able to impact the contest. McMillan just impeded his opponent with a high one there. And looks like James Plummer has the ball here for Rutherglen. Getting a bit of advice from the Yakandanda coaching staff. Kick, looking for Peters. Wasn't great. McMillan got a hand to it. Now Edmondson's in trouble. Lockie McMillan nails him. Pounced. And that sums up Rutherglen's day. Yakandanda with a free kick at half back, and their ball use has been exquisite, Gecko.
Yeah, it has. Really good. You know, the longer the game's gone, they just look a class above Rutherglen, and Rutherglen have really dropped off here.
Edmondson off with cramp, boys. He was coming off just before that intercept, but succumbed to cramps again.
Yes, McMillan tackle probably promoted it. Nice big high up and under by Jared Hatton. I reckon Jared Hatton. Oh, that's a good grab, young fella. Young Beattie. Charlie Beattie. That's a good grab. Go and have a barrel. Oh, he's going to handball inside to Hatton. Distance won't be an issue. Accuracy might be. There's not many at home here. It's a bit of a fire. There's 2-on-2. Yakandanda go for safety. I wonder at any stage should Jared Hatton consider being a punter in the NFL or something like that.
He's got a nice leg, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it's high. He gets a lot of hang time as the modern trend. It reminds me of
a little bit better than St Pat's cricket, I would have thought.
Sandy Creek have hit the lead.
I don't know about that. He's on a pretty good whack.
Kiwa have hit the
Sandy
lead.
Creek have hit the lead.
Wow.
6-7-43 to 6-6-42.
Around the grounds for Macrae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. The place to head over the Easter long weekend. Reed Bonnet, kick was smothered out of the stoppage. They jump all over him. This ball camped in the Rutherglen forward 50. A rare time it's gone inside 50 since probably the 15th minute mark of the first quarter. They've had to work hard for every score as Gecko has said throughout most of the afternoon. Ball up.
Oof.
I reckon Leachy's punched that 25 metres. Make
Correct.
it 30, make it 40 as it keeps rolling outside 50. Morris for Rutherglen weaves his way through traffic. Kick from 55 is a beauty.
Oh.
And it smacks itself into the post. And through for a minor score. Rutherglen moved to 5-7. Trailing Yak 14-14 for Berta Ag Attachment Scooter.
Faguna 11-7-73 lead. Chilton 3-13-31. Toddy Miller has a handful of goals.
Gus Sinclair off the right foot. Not too bad for a natural left footer. Mackenzie ducked, dived, got it out in time. Young Wally paddling, pushing, grabbing, tap paddling, gathered. Oh, he's just got rid of it. Good umpire. Don't let it go, Panda. What's he done? He's going to get a free kick. He's going to go the way of the young fella.
I was waiting for the dodge. You went dive.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. He had enough tricks up his sleeve. You keep an eye on Casey George. Just come off the interchange bench here. But young Wall, he runs again, the young fella. Gee, it'd be great to be fit and keen and young like that again, Panda.
No, don't sell yourself short, Rob.
There he is. Well, I'm 62. Wall can't do anymore. So I'm going to give you an update on the cricket grand final.
Please.
And Wodonga chasing 161 for victory. They are 2 for 81, and that is in the 22nd over. Run rate is not an issue, Panda.
It certainly isn't.
A couple of quick wickets can turn that game.
Yes, as Rutherglen clear defensive lines. James Tanner has tried his you-know-what off all day.
Yep.
As Jimmy has the ball in defence for Rutherglen. He's going to kick to a one-on-one. BLG up against Williams. Williams fights his way to the front position. BLG, Torpedo punts it. Mongrel forward. Beattie wanted a free kick for an in danger. Yakandanda defence working really hard here as Anderson gets around Billy Grisker. And then it's a high up and under inside 50. Beattie from behind just landed his arm high on his opponent, Angus Sinclair, and gives away a free kick. Has Charlie Beattie. He's tried hard all day from limited opportunities, though, Gecko.
Yeah, he has. Angus has done really well on him, actually. He's given away a lot of agility and things like that, but he just finds a way. Angus, well done.
If Angus Lingham comes back into this Yakandanda side, Scooter, has there ever been 2 Anguses in the back line for Yakandanda? Have a think about that.
No, there hasn't.
McIntosh running through the middle of the ground, pumps it into half forward. Good grab. Oh, I thought Willett might have been a bit stiff not to get paid that one. Hatton's there. Gathered. He's tackled. And things are getting tiring a little bit here, and that's fair enough. Gee, talk about let the ball go. Blow your whistle. No, fair enough. It's out it comes with a mongrel barrel torpedo. That's okay. It falls to the way of the young fella, Flynn Verholst, who kicks it to BLG. And BLG's in a wrestle now with old Razor Ray. So BLG and Razor Ray. Yeah, it's getting a bit tiresome out there for a few of these players. It's been a slog today for some of them.
You can tell that it's 4:30 in round one, can't you? BLG, short for Baxter Lane G. We've just dubbed him BLG. Sort of like that KFC finger licking good ad, FLG. As Yakandanda, short little kick out of the stoppage. Rutherglen with the numbers in the middle of the ground. BLG feeds it back to Flynn Verholst. Inside 50, Beattie overruns the footy. Good early body work from Gussie Sinclair. Your man Gecko intercepts for Yakandanda, and they lead by 61 points.
He looks like he's put a bit up a physique on him too. Gussie Sinclair, the left arm spinner for Belvoir. Good work, Mackenzie. He's like his old man. He's not afraid to put his head over the footy. Oh, good inside handball. Young Wall's a star. Give it back to him, Jordan Eaton. He says, no, I'm going to run. BLG knocks him ass overhead. Down on the ground it goes, and then it's come Geordie Eaton, bumps back into him, and don't worry about it, lads. Just Leachy has the ball. Leachy goes short, and he's found Judah Hood, who's been really good.
You can hear Homer from the boundary line when one of the boys get knocked over. There's not many coaches out there, I don't think, that fall in love with their players like Homer does, and he's so protective of them. It's really good to watch, actually.
One of the things he said at three-quarter time, he goes, you blokes know I'm a really good man, but I'd like you to demoralise these blokes. We need a really bloody good win today to start the year off.
Kick on the way. The Hoodster doesn't quite make the journey, and it goes through for a rush behind. 14-15-99. Yakandanda. Rutherglen 5-7-37. It's last quarter action for Berta Ag Attachments. And Panda, we've gone 18 minutes.
for
Can't
Jappo.
give any more than that, mate.
You can't. You've done a very good job today, Robbie.
Oh, and so have
good
you,
first
Panda.
up from you.
Yeah.
Sort of like Bianco Villano in the cup. Good
Oh,
first
yeah.
up.
Hey,
Reed Bonnet
Good on
goes
that.
short as Rutherglen repel through Morris. Kick out wide looking for Jared Hatton. He's made himself available on centre wing. High up and under. It's going to float its way to half forward. Just lands in the field of play. And Logan Martin is happy to see that one over the boundary line. You got another score for us around the grounds for McRae Motors, Scooter?
Wodonga Saints 81 lead Tallengata 71.
Oh, that one's a close one.
Beechworth 107, Waganya 47. Kiwa Sandy Creek have kicked another goal, 50 to Barnawatha 42.
A good wrap for the Commercial Club Albury. Mackenzie inboard hand pass picked up by O'Connell onto Malachi Owers. Kick looking for Eaton across half back. Malachi Owers follows up his really good work and then sort of slows down calmly. It's a really nice kick out wide to find Robbie's man Casey George, and Yakandanda are in a paddock of space out on the far side.
How would you like me doing voting for Yak today? I'm not sure how they
Gee
go.
whiz,
Is
it'd be
it
hard.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 or whatever? But Petrala, who was good, Donaghy. That's the sort of jukes that we can see from Nick Donaghy, Gecko.
Yeah.
He missed a few early. That's fair enough, but bang, that's what he's all about.
Yeah, uncanny, hard to play on. They're worried about him at ground level. That's why they had young Oates on him.
Yeah.
And then it just shows you how good he is in the air. But nice ball movement.
And you picked that height mismatch early, Gecko, and they've persisted with it. So
yeah.
To bring up the ton for the Roos. Beautiful finish. He smacked it through for gold number 3 for the afternoon for Nick Donaghy. 15-15, 105 Yackandandah. Lead Rutherglen 5-7-37. Almost 20 minutes gone on the Jappo Donks time clock. G'day, Simo. And we're fourth quarter actions for Berta Ag Attachments.
This is where Scooter and Gecko have an opportunity to converge just a little bit and talk about who they think the Bill Tilley player of the day might be, which of course will be plastered all over the TDFL social page after this.
Get it right, boys.
No pressure. The ball slowly makes its way back to the centre of the ground.
The young Rutherglen players look tired now, don't they?
Yep.
So it's a real lesson for them, and I'm sure Dylan and Reed will talk to these boys during the week.
Ball back in the middle. Williams and Oysters go at it. Tanner, who's kept running all day. Good pressure and tackle, though, from Sam McKenzie to hurry his kick away. Cooper, hand pass, has been dropped by Flynn Verholst, who was tackled straight away. Reed Bonnet, fighting hard at the bottom of the pack, is tackled by Sprowley.
He
We
must
have
be
a
fit,
ball up.
Reed Bonnet.
Yeah,
He must be
absolutely.
I know. Brother of Tyler.
Yes,
Yeah,
Morris
we know
medalist.
how fit Tyler was as a footballer, but geez, Panda, he's fit. Yeah, all right.
Sprowley
Yeah, Sprowley, I don't know how fit he is, but
goes out wide to Benny McIntosh, who dropped the footy. He gets it back, though. Hand pass over the top. And then it spills over the line. I think, no, it's kept in. Brendan Morris has the ball. Just dropped the footy. Your man, Reed Bonnet, Robbie, goes in and is tackled. All this is pretty scrappy, and the boys are absolutely buggered.
they're stuffed.
As Liam Wall goes by hand to O'Connell, who just dropped the football.
Look at Wall.
Flinny Verholst does well to get out of a few tackles, and he goes by hand to Reed Bonnet, who's tackled straight away, and the umpire eventually says holding the ball.
I tell you, young Wall there, I reckon he had 5 efforts in that contest, and that Homer would love that.
exactly what you want to see from the young blokes, yeah.
At this point in the game, it's a lot to work with there. Here's Donaghy. He would be some chance. He runs to 40, unselfishly pops it over the top to Geordie Eaton, who marks in the forward pocket. 20 metres out. Bit of a tight angle. He might screw it around on the left foot here.
I reckon he will. He's been good, Gecko, Geordie Eaton.
He's been great,
I like
but
his
he
game.
sort of gets overshadowed a little bit by some of the superstars in the side. He's just a good contributor. He's a nice-looking athlete too, Scooter. He's been a great find from Beechworth.
Big Dylan Nowak coming off the ground, and Leachy going on for a late burst.
Sauntering by the looks of it.
A burst.
Eaton comes in. Goal umpire does not move 1 millimetre. He's got a couple now. 16-15, 111. Lord Nelson to Yakandanda. Rutherglen 5-7-37. We have gone almost 23 minutes in the last quarter. That's on the Jappo Donks time clock, and Berta Ag Attachments we're doing it all for.
We haven't spoke a lot about, we've talked a lot about Yak Stars today, but we haven't really spoke about their back six. Casey George, Ray Ferrugia, You've had Gussie Sinclair down there and Billy Grisker that have sort of held that back six together, and don't forget Logan Martin as well, but just highlights how they're even spread.
The wicket has fallen in the Cricket Wodonga Grand Final. Wodonga about 3 for 88, chasing 160. James Tanner getting a free kick for Rutherglen.
He's had a little bit of slow start to the game, but geez, been good. There's a lot to work with there.
Yep. Just needs to clean up his ball use a little, but he's been really solid, has James Tanner for Rutherglen. He goes short to Reed Bonnet, who marks just outside attacking 50, who's tried everything today for his Rutherglen Chargers. Of course, co-coached with Dylan Van Berlo.
What age is Reed?
It's a great question, one that I don't know the answer to, Robbie.
Yep.
Anderson into the pocket, Beattie.
Oh.
Take your pick if it's in the back or a high free kick, and the umpire eventually, very delayed, pays a free kick for a high on Charlie Beattie.
Oh, I think he earned it.
I think he did. It was definitely there. I think he just decided I'll pay it after about 5 seconds. There's a bit of a scruff here. Hat's involved. Geordie Eaton's involved.
40 metres away to get involved with that.
Ferrugia is involved. Sorry, it's Billy Grisker and Geordie Eaton. Casey George. Or just saying, hey, boys, let's meet up at the pub afterwards. We'll go to the Thaguna Country Club and have a couple of beers.
Out in the car park.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's Charlie Beattie, who will kick from about 50 on a pretty tight angle. He's lining up for goal number 3. It'd be a sensational effort if he kicked this from here.
I love his setup here. He just does a lot. Just the way he goes about it here, Panda.
This is his second year of senior footy, Robbie. Charlie, do you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Charlie Beattie, kick on the way, hangs it out to the left. I don't think it has the legs. George tries to punch it through for a minor score. In the end, Sproul rushes it over, and it's a minor score for Rutherglen, who move their way to 5-8-38. Trailing Yakandanda 16-15, 111. Scooter Fraser.
I don't mind seeing Charlie have a shot from outside or right on 50, to be honest, at this time of the game.
Yep, I think everyone was happy.
And it was a well-deserved free kick too. I can't see how the umpire didn't see it to start with.
Gussie Sinclair off the right foot. Little chipper. And down they go long. Dingo kicks it long down the line. Here's Donaghy's really starting to come open forward line. He's had 2 bounces. Donaghy's had the third. Runs inside forward 50. Kicks it out of bounds on the full. Welcome to March football. And Rutherglen will bring it back into play.
He had enough pace to keep on going. Gecko, why didn't he
cooked.
keep running?
He was cooked.
He probably was. Needs a bit of pickle juice now.
The definition of an anti-climax.
Yeah, one that I was sort of hoping to build up something really good for Bill Tilley. Give Bill a bit of a lift.
Yep. Unfortunately, Nick Donaghy let you down as Tanner goes out of defence. There's Oysters Kilpatrick.
He's earned his whatever he gets today. Oysters.
He has earned his paycheck today.
Local boy, is he, Panda?
Mate, great question once again.
Yes, he is. Henry
thumbs
said
up
that.
from our work experience kid Henry. As the siren sounds to end a pretty big win for Yackandandah in round 1 TDFL action. 16-15, 111 over Rutherglen, 5-8-38. They were clinical from about the 10th minute of the first quarter, Gecko. And they look like they're back to their best in 2026.
Oh, definitely. And, yeah, they needed a little bit of reinventing. And we spoke earlier how disappointed they would have been at the end of last season, finishing 7th. And they look like a rejuvenated, totally different side. They moved the footy differently to what they did this time last year. And they're going to, as I said, I feel like they're going to cause some damage at the pointy end of the season.
Yep, Home would be very happy with that. Yeah, they made a good start. I think they kicked the first 2 goals of the game. Then Rutherglen hit back with 3 after that point in time. They were, well, I think Rutherglen at quarter time had 3 goals on the board. They finished the game with 5. So 1 goal in the second quarter, 1 goal in the third. No goals in that last quarter. So that was a really impressive performance from Yakandanda. I don't think there's one thing about that game that Homer would be really disappointed about.
No, you'd think not. I mean, I guess, structurally, I think, Homer would be stoked with that. He's got players playing in position this year that we haven't seen them before.
Yep.
So he's tried a lot of things and thought a lot about different things over the summer. And right now, round 1, he'd be really happy with that start to the year. Geez, they were in a bit of pain this time last year, the first handful of rounds.
Yep.
I can't remember how many they lost in a row.
Lost at least 4 on the
bounce, I think, to start the season. Quick score update. Barney 55, Kiwa 56.
Wow.
Not sure how long there's left in that game. Scoot might be able to tell us, but It's a 1-point lead to Kiwa in the grand final rematch. It's just down the road from us here at Barclay Park. So if you're just jumping in your car on 2AY, you're still watching on the live stream. It was a big win to Yak. 16-15, 111 over Rutherglen, 5-8-38. And it looks like Scooter Fraser is going to wilt it to the pressure. And he is going straight to our man Malachi Owers, who is the Bill Tilley player of the day. We got you, Scoot?
He's just strapping them on now.
We got the thumbs up.
Signed
there we go.
a few autographs.
Scooter Fraser, over to you, my friend.
I'm here with Malachi Owers, mate. One stage there, I saw you put up the 4 fingers to show Tanner how many you'd kicked. Good, impressive start to the season.
Yeah, it was a really good start. I think just the way we were patient with the ball coming out the back line gave us plenty of options going forward, which was pleasing.
Internally, boys, you probably don't know that Mal only finished 1 vote behind Benny McIntosh in the best and fairest last year, and today shaded him for best on ground honours. You travel up from Melbourne, mate. How do you manage that?
Oh, I think it's just part of it. I'm playing juniors here. Just want to come back up and play with all my mates that I grew up with. So I'm just sort of taking it in stride, and it's just part of what it is.
We got a message during the third quarter from Huey Jarrett all the way over in WA. He reckons the number 3 that he gave you give you a little bit of incentive today, but we got back to him and said that jumper wouldn't fit him, wouldn't fit you.
Nah, they've never seen the number 3 in a medium, not an extra large, so I'll a couple of kilos lighter, which is nice.
That's great. Side hit the ground running today, mate. Some really good midfielders. Obviously, Benny gets his hands on the ball a lot. Sammy McKenzie. Good to have Homer back.
Yeah, it is good. I wasn't here. I wasn't at the club when he was here the first time, so for me, it's a first, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far.
Who, other than Liam Wall, any younger blokes we need to look forward to coming out and playing some senior footy next week or the week after?
Yeah, I think Ned Sprower, who played today, he was brilliant off halfback. He's hard as nails for a little fella, so look out for him for sure.
You boys got any questions?
No, over to you, Scooter. Thank you very much, Malachi. Bill Tilley, player of the day. Good on you, my friend.
Good on, Mal.
4 goals and probably 25 to 30 touches, I reckon, for Malachi Ower, who was really, when the game was on the line, Gecko, he was brilliant, wasn't he?
Oh, he's great. I haven't seen Malachi play, other than bits and pieces, small bits and pieces prior today for a long time now, and he's gone away and really worked on his foot. He's gone from a parts player and filling in a hole, maybe on a wing or in a pocket, to being an integral part of this side. And I didn't know that he's finished just behind Benny Mack in the BNF, but he's become a brilliant Tallangatta League footballer.
He certainly has, and his finishing was great too today. He kicked a couple of goals in the first quarter. He's got real pace, especially from the stoppage, and he was a class above out there today alongside Benny McIntosh, Geordie Eaton. They've got mature bodies, don't they, which is probably just what Rutherglen lack just a little bit, don't they, Gecko?
Yeah, and imagine we talked a little bit about Rutherglen's kids. Imagine being a kid coming into this side where the experience, you've got some big boys around you to protect you a little bit. It just lightens that load when you're trying to find your feet as a footballer. So guys like Liam Wall and that right now, they probably don't know how lucky they are, Robbie.
Yeah, exactly right. And you're speaking about Liam Wall there. We loved his game right throughout. It's just the effort he puts in. But what really impressed me, we made a comment there. It was about 5 minutes ago. He was giving 4 or 5 efforts to the ball. We'll take the club song.
Yakandanda singing the song. Well done to Yackandandah. We might just end things on our live stream. Big thanks to those who have followed us over the course of the afternoon on the TDFL live stream link. Thanks to McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury. And
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.